Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to another Brighter Shore stream. Day, what is it now, 166. So today we have finally gotten the update that we've been waiting for a little over a month now. It's one of the reasons why we haven't been streaming as much, because every single day, or almost every single week, it was like, oh yeah, today would be the day that they finally do it. And then it was like, today will be the day they finally do it. And then today will be the day they finally did it. But today's the day they finally did it. After like a month and a half, we have finally gotten the quest. I haven't looked into anything that it does yet, but I did read these patch notes. And while it doesn't say we get potion storage, this right here sure looks like a potion belt. And they also made one other change here where you can now equip up to 1,000 healing potions and strife potions, which makes me assume the potion belt will be able to equip 1,000 of each of them. So, yeah, we're going to go do this quest today and, assumably go unlock the potion belt, and then for the rest of the stream, mess with the potion belt as far as various skilling activities we can now do now that potions take up 0 inventory space. But yeah, we'll see if we could hold infinite or how exactly this works. I haven't looked into anything yet related to the quests or the rewards, so we'll just have to mess around and see ourselves. But anyways, today marks the launch of our first new side quest. The quest is called Herbalist Hurtle, and I like the alliteration. And it can be started by talking to Maeve in the critical care ward. Okay, so right at the beginning of the game, interesting. Which is a new room adjacent to the infirmary. Never mind, it's a new room next to the infirmary. The story for Herbalist Hurtle was written by Samuel, which is the community manager for the game, with addition dialogue from Paul, which is the main writer as well as one of the 3 Gower brothers. Today's quality of life improvements, Taurus and Petros, who are in the Boneworks and Stone Masonry room, respectively, no longer wander around. Okay, so make sure they don't get in the way. And you can now equip up to 1,000 healing and strength potions in the weapons interface for using during combat, because assumably these other ones also go to 1,000 if they're going to do 1,000 for that. Oddly enough, inventory only goes to 500 unless they change that today. It's not in the patch notes, but I'll have to see. Because if you can put 1,000 on your tool belt but can only grab a 500 at a time, that's kind of funny. Because you'd have to double equip every potion you want to go put into your tool belt if that was to be the case. Beyond that, a couple bug fixes. A fix bug which made when clicking on the map occasionally, walk to the wrong tile or ignore your click entirely, and fix various typos. There is one other thing to go over which isn't here, but it is not here either. It is somewhere here. Where's news? So, of course, we've had the weekly post, and I haven't done a stream since the weekly post, so I figured we go and just peek at it real quick. It mostly just shows that, is it under news? Yeah, I think it's under news. Yeah, here it is. It mostly just shows, of course, what they've been doing. And one thing that is very evident with what they've been doing is the quest pivot is hard. Gosh, they pivot harder than we do in the game every 5 seconds. As far as what our main goal is. But our main goal right now basically being 250 all on the main account and trying to get all quests done on the alt accounts. Which is going to be a problem because I don't think they have any requirement for this quest. They've only been working on Fisher and Chef right now when it comes to Hopeport quests, so they definitely do not have whatever the alchemy level requirement is for this quest. This quest was a 4-star Hopeport, so which of course is released. This is today, that one right there. This is the one that just came out. But when it comes to that, yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't have the requirement, as I'm pretty sure it's at least like a 30, 40, 50 alchemy level, and they only have 23 right now. But yeah, they're working currently on 6 new quests, and a most notable new one, a 6-star Chronopolis quest. There is like a 90% chance that this Chronopolis quest, also, hello, Brighter Shore Central, welcome, welcome. Hey, I saw you this morning when we were both cooking together. It's kind of funny. I was doing it then and thought, oh, they're not going to do a quest today. So I ended up doing a bunch of other stuff because I was up at like 8, 9 a.m. this morning and saw Brighter Shore Central doing some chef. I was doing some AFK chef. And then I saw like the quest wasn't out by like 10. And then it's like, okay, well, I'll do some other things today. And then, yeah, go figure. They ended up releasing it at like noon. And I was busy, so I didn't notice. So now we're streaming now. Otherwise, it would have started at noon. But, yeah, I was up early. Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do this quest, like, as soon as it comes out. We'll do it at, like, 8 a.m. And then it didn't come out till, like, noon. At which point I was doing other things because normally they update way earlier than that. But, yeah, overall, a lot of quests coming in the near future. A lot of quests. Honestly, as long as the quest rewards are good, I'm perfectly fine with them spamming quests like crazy. As long as they're going to be as good as, like, the quest reward today, I'm perfectly fine with that. As far as the alt accounts, I do want to go peek on these just real quick, just to kind of show what we've been doing. So as far as the two alts, this is currently their stat distribution. They both have pretty similar, with the only difference being their main skill. This one's obviously the Guardian's doing Bone Right, the other one's doing Stonemason. But otherwise, this is where they're at. Very low for Hopeport, so I'm pretty sure we don't have the requirements to go do the new quest today. Actually, does it tell you immediately? Let me see. Because the quest should be right here. Where is it? Herbalist Hurtle. It does not tell you what the quest requirement is. No! Why did they still not show quest requirement? I thought that this would be something they would add at some point, especially if they're going to go quest crazy. But yeah, I do not know, based on in-game info, what the quest requirement for this is. And I haven't looked it up on the wiki yet, so I have no clue what the quest requirement is. Obviously an alchemy level of some kind. Maybe a little bit of foraging, maybe something else. Maybe Chef and Fisher will get in there at some point during the quest. But anyways, but yeah, this is where this count is. And obviously the other one's doing pretty similarly, just into Stonemason. It is so far behind on cash, though. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it has like almost 0 right now. And actually, I'm doing Stonemason right now. This is even the best activity it can be doing. Actually, I guess I'll go put it on its best activity. I was just leaving this for tonight because I didn't want to go grind it out. But this thing is so dirt poor. I'm about to go buy the thing we need for this, and I'm pretty sure I could buy only like 3 hours worth. It is so low. Honestly, I might just keep it on the Stonemason thing. Let me see. How much can I buy of this? I can't wait till trading comes in so I can actually fund these things, because this thing is struggling. Luckily, the Bone Right one constantly profits, but this one is in like the negative of negative. What is this called? Oh wait, I don't have the point for it, do I? Oh no, I do. Good. Let me go get that real quick. So I need soapstone figures. How much are these each? Like 40 silver? I could buy like 4. Let me see. Soapstone. Then we'll go do the quest. Oh gosh, yeah, I can buy 6.49. Okay. Let's see. Will it take us more than 6.5 hours to do stream? We'll find out. That's how much time it has. The 6.5 hours a good EXP rate before I need to go grind on it. Honestly, I should just go grind it all the way to like 185 just with knowledge points so we can skip this last money drain. The only problem is the only time it gets to profit is from 181 and 191. It has to do all the way from 191 to 206, which is 6 post 200 levels, all off of either this bad EXP rate when it gets negative, or based on just dumping knowledge on it, which would take like literal days of playing it. We'll wait for the first time bonus, then go reset it, and we should be good to go. But yeah, that's pretty much the game plan today. We'll go and mess around with the new quest and yeah, see what it has to offer. Let's see. Alright, good to go. Let me go log out. Alright, let's go do the new quest. Because neither of my two alts probably have the requirement for it. So only the main one. Alright, what are you doing? You should be doing smithing right now. Oh yeah, I still have the potion going. Because I didn't think they would do anything. Because I was going to do it all the way till later tonight. But yep, they actually did a thing. They did indeed do a thing, so I'm going to have to waste a third of this potion, but that's fine. Not that big a deal. We got these when they were cheaper as well, so we're wasting like 10 silver. It's not that bad. I guess in the current state of the game, like 15 silver. Not too bad. Alright, put all this away. Let me go sell all this junk, and let's go get this potion belt. Because right now, you can see we're already wasting 2 inventory spaces. One with the cooking that I was doing earlier, combined with the AFK potion. So, be able to go and get rid of this usage is going to be so nice. Let's hello everyone, by the way. Hello Mark. Hello Every Color. Hello Ron. Hello Brighter Shore Central. Welcome. Hope you guys have been having a wonderful weekend. Hope you all had a wonderful Easter or 420 or whatever you celebrate last weekend. Welcome everyone. Alright, let's go and sell all this junk. Get our money back. And yeah, let's go do this quest. They said it's in the armory. Let's go head over there, over to Hopeport. I'm going to do this guide list, and I actually will read all the dialogue for once. As the alt accounts will be quite a while before they get here. But at least we know what for them to focus on now. Though they don't use potions nearly as much as the main account. Alright, so where's this new room? Yeah, it's finally good to see some new content. That was originally my title. Like, this is the first new content that they added since launch. But here we go. Oh, I'm already skipping dialogue. Wonderful. The natural habit. Aha! Are you an extra pair of hands I requested from Captain DeGreen? Which is the main captain of this place. One female captain person. I need some help right away. This patient is in critical condition. What's wrong? This patient came in delirious, claiming he'd been bitten by some sort of snake. Unfortunately, I am no expert in snakes, and he's fading fast. Okay, how can I help? You'll actually help? Fantastic. Okay, snake venom is an area that Ebsworth is most familiar with than I am. Alright, let's go talk to Ebsworth. I've written down this list of symptoms. If you could try, take it to Ebsworth, I'm hoping he can help you. Okay, I believe Ebsworth is the owner of the potion place. So let's go talk to him. Bring this over. Oh yeah, before I do, let me go take my cooking contracts real quick. Just so we can go get them reset. Oh no, they already reset because it's 4:09. No, well, at least for this hour, let me go get them in. Not that one. I need the thing because those are our next thing we get to cook in 4 more levels. I think I only have about 1.5k banked. I'm not sure how many we're gonna need, but rather have too many than not enough. Alright, let me just go get our contracts real quick. How many do we have right now? Okay, we have quite a few. We're gonna need to do those soon. But we'll wait until a little bit later. Once we have our potion belt. Scrap merchant, nice. A little bit too many though. I guess I'll take hairdresser, pretty easy. Let me take new tap too. I'll probably cancel that one, but if we're in the area, might as well. Hey, Shore Central's literally here right now. He's still doing chef, gosh. Saw him this morning, still at it. Pretty sure he took a break at some point, or maybe he hasn't. But he probably took a break to do the quest, I would assume. Because I'm pretty sure with his restrictions, he can still do it. Alright, what am I doing? Oh yeah, Ebsworth. I was gonna talk to Ebsworth. What's the little quest thingy? Let me see. Can I read it? Dear Ebsworth, could you help me out? I have a patient here with a suspected snake bite. He's not in a good way. His symptoms include an orange rash on his torso, delirium, swollen knees, and an elevated temperature. I hope you know what sort of bite it is and have something in stock that can help him. Kind regards, Meave. Alright, let's go talk. What can I do you? Can I interest you in some potions? No, I'm here to do a very important quest to go get a potion belt that we've been waiting for a month and a half for. I have a letter from Meave. Aha, let me see. Suspected snakebite, eh? An orange rash on its torso, delirium, swollen knees. It's odd, but the symptoms indicate that the patient was bitten by a Tamoxin mamba. I wonder how he came into contact with one of those. Will he be okay? I don't know, Tacit. Tamoxin mamba bites can be deadly. There is a cure, but I will require some help concocting an antidote. An exotic bite like that requires a cure containing some exotic ingredients. What do you need? I need a Luna fruit and a siren skill that is hopefully in an area that will be indicated on the map because neither of those two areas exist currently. We're gonna find a siren skill. They're very hard to get a hold of. My old friend, Jornera, used to have one or two in stock back when he ran the Forger's Warehouse. Okay. Since then, Ella has taken over the warehouse. She only really sells foraging tools. She doesn't bother with exotic forager items. It's a bit of a shame, but maybe she has some old stock. Ella and I don't get on, so it's better you go. Oh yeah, where can I find a Luna fruit? The Luna fruit grows on the very rare Luna fern. Luna ferns aren't native to Hopeport, but I know Zelte Tramagan brought one back from his expedition to the Tamoxin jungle. Hopefully he'll have some help for you. Wait, where's that guy? I actually don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's marked on the thingy though, so it'll be good. You got about the Easter event, however, not sure if you could do the Hope Forest Easter because it requires the crystal. Yeah, I think you can only do the very first part of it. I believe part 2, 3, and 4 are all locked behind it. Because there's some areas where eggs are that require going deeper into the quest, like after you've already picked a faction. So I think you can only do it for Hopeport, unfortunately. Now, let's go talk to Ella. I'm here about the thing. I'm told that you might have siren skills. I don't think so. I only sell forager tools, and that doesn't sound like a tool. Would you like to look at my range of foraging equipment? This shop used to sell skills. Maybe you have some old stock? Now you mention it, that does sound like the sort of gubbins that the previous owner of this establishment was into. The stock room back there is packed full of old junk. I should sort through it all one day. Maybe I could help tidy up? Actually, that sounds an alright idea. Yeah, sure. You can go into the stock room. Tell you what, if you can find one of those scale thingies in there, you can keep it. Alright, cool. Alright, what do we have here? We have a crate. Oh, is this a push puzzle? We could push or pull. Given this situation, I should probably pull it so we have more room. Okay, it doesn't let me pull. I shall push. Fine, I'll push. Alright. Gosh, I remember these puzzles back in, what was it, Gen 3, Gen 4, where they had the strength where you had to move around the boulders everywhere. Can I pull this one? Like, all the way back? Okay, we can. Well, we can pull it some. Should I push the other one over? I feel like that'd be a bad idea. I want to see if I could pull it all the way. Because that'd be the easiest way of doing this, if we could just pull it all the way back so it's not in the way of the other one. Perfect. No, you can't do it that way. Okay. That means I might be forced to have to push the other one, which is not ideal. I guess I could always pull it back if we need to later. Okay, I'm going to need to do that, and then push this. No, not pull, push. I mean, whatever. Yeah, pull. Why won't you pull? Okay, now I'm confused. What are we supposed to do here, then? Well, I guess I could push this one all the way and get over there. Where am I trying to get to, anyways? Where's the end goal? Okay, there's the... Oh, wait, it's right there. Wait, what? Why do you need the other one for, then? Wait, the scale is right there. Oh. Wait. Huh. Okay, so that one doesn't go over there. Alright, this a puzzle is being arbitrarily locked at some areas, I see. So I would have to pull this, push the other one over. Wait, is there not a way for me to get in there, then? Oh, can I push that all the way through? Oh, you can only move it on the green tiles? Okay, I see now. Oh, that makes this a lot easier, then. Yeah, I see now. You can only move it on these slightly different colored tiles. And then we just pull this all the way back, and then we're in. Yeah, that's pretty easy, then. Yeah, the second I saw that, or that you mentioned that, yeah, that makes this way easier. That's huge. Alright, and we're in. Alright, easy enough. Alright, we're out of here. Nice shiny skill. Nothing else in here of value. Alright, do we talk to her again now that we have skill? Probably don't need to. Nope, we don't need to. Alright, I'll try while I'm here, just so I don't forget, because I've been using them a lot recently. I go stack up on everything. Alright, there we go. We should be good for a good couple months now. Alright, where are we going? I need to go to whoever this is. Alright, Town Square. Zelte Terragimen in the town square may have a lunar fern which produces lunar fruit. Hey, who's this guy? This guy. Oh, yeah, duh. Oh, yeah, he's the guy who sells you all your alchemy supplies. Ah. You've heard of my grand adventures, have you? Yes, I heard you found it on expedition. I don't like to brag too much, but it's one of my many wondrous things I discovered during my journey into the Tamoxian jungle. I saw a huge ancient temple. It was the biggest building I've ever seen. Do you still have the fern? Oh, I gave that as a gift to Lord Branoff. I thought it would be wise to get into his good books. I've not been yet seen any upside from that decision, though. The fern is now planted in his back garden, I think. I don't think I've seen his back garden. It's been a while, but he certainly had one last time I was here. I'd be surprised if it's gone anywhere. All right, let's go to the back garden. This is now the second garden that we need to go ransack for an item that is growing. I would assume it's this room, given that it has a door leading to it that we've never been through before. Thank you for helping out with my little problem. Turns out you're one of the more useful guards. Who are you? Who are you? What a nice house. Let's see. This might seem a strange question, but does this place have a back garden? Technically, yes, but for all practical purposes, no. Why do you ask? I heard it contained a rare plant called a lunafern. I need its fruit to cure a fatally poisoned person. The fern is indeed within the garden, but we sealed it for everyone's safety. Why? What peril lies out there? Years ago, Lord Branoff had a pet cat, but some strange evil befell it, and the creature turned feral. The Lord refused to have it destroyed, so it was banished to the garden. Over the years, the evil within the cat festered and grew. Now it has become a truly fearsome beast. Oh, we got a boss fight! Some even say it has been breeding, and there are some more cats now. Can I go into the garden? I think I can handle a cat. You're a braver man than I. Okay, you can go in. Alright, we got a key. Take this key as door for the hidden bookcase. Of course it is. Oh, and try not to kill the cat if you can help it. Lord Branoff wouldn't be happy. He still has some strange attachment to it. One of the books looks out of place. Do you want to pull it? Yes. Open sesame. Success. Alright, use item on. Key. Alright. Boss fight. Right, there's the fern. Pile of rats. Cheers. Yeah, there's the kitty. I have a feeling we will absolutely obliterate this unless it gets scaled like crazy. It is a level 66. Even my alt accounts could probably punch this to death. It'll be fine. Oh, it actually has moves. Oh! I knew it! I knew it! Movement ability. Didn't I say that they would do that with rapier and stuff? Oh, rapier better have a futile lunge. Oh, that is huge. Oh, that's huge. Wait, that's huge intel. That is massive, massive intel. They can code movement special attacks. That means rapier's gonna get like a 3-tile movement lunge. Oh, I can't wait. But yeah, there will be movement-based attacks. Huge. Still no multi-combat though. Alright, round 2 on the kitty. Let's see, can I do it diagonally? Or will it try going in a cardinal direction here? I want to deliberately not kill it here. Oh, you can only use it in a cardinal direction. He cannot diagonally do a movement. Alright, there we go. Can I have my fern now? But that's good to know. 3-tile rapier lunge coming through. As well as knockback mechanics off of maybe longsword or something. Now let's go bring these ingredients back. Yeah, there's some huge intel there for when special attacks come out. We actually will have movement-based special attacks. Or at least some of them. Alright, here we go, Ebsworth. Are we done? Obviously, we've got to bring the potion back, but that should be everything. What can I do for you? Can I interest you in some potions? No, I'm here for my ingredient thing. I've returned with the lunar fruit and the siren skill. Excellent. Now you can use the equipment in this here brew, the potion. Oh, wait. Do I need to make it? I can make a snake venom remedy preparation. Okay, let me go make this real quick. Aren't you going to have to make the potion? Is this a potent potion or a normal one? So far, quest has never forced us to have to make a potent. Nope, it is not a potent. Someday. Nope, basic potion. There, we good now? Yep, we just bring this back, and that is probably quest completed. Given that we filled up every quest item slot. Don't really foresee it not being the case. I wonder when we get the potion belt, though, because at no point have we gotten it yet. Unless she's going to give it to us, but it seems like he would be the one who would end up ultimately doing that, I would assume. Kind of weird if she ends up just handing it to us. Here's your potion belt. How are you getting on? I have returned from Ebsworth with a remedy for Tamoxin Mamba Venom. I cannot thank you enough, Tacit. Cooper is fading fast. You'd better administer the remedy now. There you go. Cutscene? Cutscene. Pour that thing. We're just gonna waterboard him with the potion. Where am I? In the infirmary. We got him. Alright. Is that everything? Cooper, you were bitten by a deadly venomous snake. Fortunately, Tacit managed to find you. Oh, is he gonna give me the tool belt? That'd be funny. Wow, I guess you saved my life. You're a truly great doctor. Yes, I'm glad Gel de Green sent you over to help me out. Technically, I'm not a doctor, and Gel didn't send me. I was just wandering in here because I heard you had a tool belt. Either way, at this point, I can declare you an honorary medic, which means that you can own the potion belt. Huge. Huge. Alright, we got a bit of combat, we got a bit of forager, we got a bit of alchemy. Oh, good. This could be a nice level skipper, too, for the old accounts. Because they're at the point where you need to get 50 for eventually Brannoff. And this should hopefully be in between the requirement for Brannoff and, you know, where you would normally be training. So it should be a solid level or two skip that you would otherwise need to do. But if it requires foraging, that means I need to get forager up on them. I only have level 20 forager on both my two alts. And I have a feeling this quest is at least level 30, if not 40. So, yeah, they got a ways to grind. It's like a multi-day grind to get them there. Oh, we will at some point. Here we go. Potion belt. The tool belt panel, clicking here. Oh, only 3? Ooh, only 3? Only 3. Okay. Only 3. You've acquired a potion belt. You can now equip up to 3 non-combat potions, and they will be moved here so they don't take up space in your backpack. Alright, what's the first thing we should test? Because there's so many things I want to mess around with this on. So many things. But, yeah, it seems like there's a cap of 3, unfortunately. Well, let's go set up a hope port setup. Too bad they don't have presets. Because I would love to just set up a triple preset right now of my hope port needs. No, not move to potion belt. Deposit. Okay, so let's say we wanted to go do this. How do I move to potion belt? I guess I have to get them out. Can I just not directly? No, I can't directly move to potion belt. I have to take them out and then put them in potion belt. But let's see. We'll grab some of these. Alright, move to potion belt. Move to potion belt. Move to potion belt. Okay, now we have everything you would ever need while doing hope port. And it takes up 0 inventory space. Nice. Alright, let's go set up our run then. And go do a thing with no potion belt in our way. I mean, no potions in our way, now that we have potion belt. Because now we could do 24 while still boosting. And we can still 10% whenever we need it to go use up our points. Though with where our meter currently is, I don't think we're going to need to do that. Well, so that quest took us about 15 minutes based on how much meter has moved down. Still doesn't tell level requirement? No. I can go check the wiki real quick. Let me see. Where's the wiki? I go check the wiki for level requirement. Because it should be up there. Spirit essence. No, I need, what's it called? What was the quest called again? I already forget its name. What was the quest even called? It was called Herbalist Hurtle. There it is. Herbalist Hurtle. Alright, what is the requirement? Oh wow, that's actually pretty high. It's 43 Forager and 46 Alchemy. My old accounts are currently 20 Forager and 23 Alchemy. Luckily, they were already needed 50 Alchemy anyways for Branolf, so this will help close the gap by giving them a level or two from like 46 to 47 or 46 to 48, which is good because they're still making like level 23 potions at that point, because the new potions... Actually, no, that's not true. There's some other potions in between there that would be worthwhile, but they got to do that all the way to like 40-something, which is still annoying because this doesn't actually help you at all with it. But yeah, that's a lot of grinding. I need to get 23 Forager levels and 23 Alchemy levels on both of them, basically, which is a lot of grind. Hey, the Shore Central waving to us. Yeah, that's a lot of grind I need to go do on them. They're definitely not getting that done anytime soon. Hello. Welcome, Shore Central. Hope all has been well. Alright, let's go use our potion belt for the first time ever. Oh yeah, that's gonna be kind of annoying now. We're gonna need to have that up, don't we? Alright, so we just drink it from here. You can also move them back to backpack, which is nice. Oh, so I haven't checked the max storage, but given that the combat ones stack to 1,000 now, I would assume these also stack to 1,000. So now we could use our 5% when we need it, like we just did, without taking up any inventory. We use our 10% whenever we want, without taking up any inventory. We could use our fear. The only problem with this is since there is a cap of 3, we can only set it up per chapter. So we're never going to be able to set it up for every chapter simultaneously. The main 3 that you would ever set at any given point, at least in the current state of game, would be your 5% potion, your higher percent potion, whatever that might be, and then your fear potion. And that would pretty much be your setup for every chapter, where you have the chapters, or you have the chapter's main 5%, you have whatever you're boosting for, regardless if it's of the chapter or not of the chapter, and then you have your fear potion, and that's probably going to be your setup for most things until more potions get added to the game. You just have it chapter specific since you can only have 3. But yeah, that's the only big downside of it. I was hoping it could be infinite, like literally every potion in the game. I don't know, 3 is still fair. Because realistically, when are you ever using like 4 potions? So 3 is fair. And technically it's 5 because you also have the 2 combat potions that stack, of course, still. The combat potion and the healing potion for it. So technically there's 5, but 2 of them are forced to be combat only, 3 of them are non-combat only. Yeah, it's separate from the combat one, so technically you can store 5. 2 combat related and 3 non-combat related. Yeah, that seems pretty fair. Overall. The only problem now is we're pretty much always going to have this potion tab open now. Instead of having like teleport or something else. That's the only big downside I could see. Because it's not attached to your inventory anymore, so now you need a whole nother interface up. Which might be a little bit annoying while doing merchant. Because now you need 5 interfaces open instead of 4. Which is impossible in the current state of the game. Now, but that's a huge buff in the sense that you could 5% boost everything now for merchant, which is one of the main things I wanted before I trained more merchant. So that's pretty huge still. Alright, what else do we need? I'm making a scrap merchant run. What else do I need for a scrap merchant run? Oh yeah, it's so nice not having anything in our inventory now. That's so clean. Okay, I guess I'll just do full scrap merchant, just ignore sentry. Because I think we have enough space, especially with the potion saved. That'd be funny if the potion saved actually matters here. Let's see, I could do 17, then 23. Okay, so I could do both of these then. So I need 9 mana ray and 8 of the things. Let me go do 8 of the thing. Oh yeah, here's where the potion storage already saves us. If we did not have potion storage right now, I would not be able to grab all these ingredients, as I would still have a potion in my inventory. But now we can because of potion storage. But yeah, this is the update I've been waiting for so long. It's one of the reasons why we actually been playing quite a bit less, because it seemed like any day now or any week now we were going to get this really efficient potion thing, as it makes pretty much all activities about 5 to 10% better now that you don't eat up 1 to 3 inventory space with random potions. So overall, really, really nice update, and the one I've been waiting for so long. Ever since they announced that they're going to do potion storage at some point, it's like, okay, when's this patch coming? And then all of March, it was like, oh, any week now could be the week. And here we are in like almost end of April, and it's like, oh yeah, we finally got it. But hey, better late than never. At least we finally got it now. And then I need 9 mana rays, and then we'll go do a triple scrap merchant. And then, honestly, I might just go finish out the rest of the bounties, because if we're going to do merchant at any point, I need a clean bounty board, as I do want to test merchant with the potion belt, as it does allow you to have 4 sets of items instead of 3 while still boosting and still fearing, which is an annoying thing before because you needed fear potions, you needed boost potions, but you had to eat up a whole set of one of your 4 sets in order to do it. But now you can do merchant while being 5% boosted the entire time and still have 4 sets of items on you, which is probably the biggest beneficiary of this patch. There are still a few other things I want to go test though, but it is one of the bigger beneficiaries from it. What did I say again? 9? I think it's 9. Yeah, 9 mana rays. Which I'm almost out of, by the way. But that's fine. Once I level 234, we never need to do them again. Which means I need to go power grind to 234 soon. That or stop taking mana ray tasks, because I only have enough to take like 2 or 3 more tasks, depending on how many they want. And then we're out of mana rays, finally. But after 234, we never need them again, so it's not too big a deal. We're almost there. One good day of AFK and stew will get us there. We're not doing that right now, though. Just doing the bounties real quick. But later tonight or tomorrow or something, I'll probably go AFK to stews until we get to 234. And then we never need to worry about mana ray again. Or at least not this mana ray until we get to the higher tier one. Which actually need a pretty high fishing level for. We need 305 by like 2 something thing. Like by 251 chef, you need 305 fisher. Which we're not even like halfway there. We still need so many. But yeah, this is one where if we still had potions in our inventory, we technically still would have been able to do it fine. But let's go do an activity after this. I'm trying to think of what else I want to go mess it with. There's definitely a lot of things. For example, we can now do 12-12 potion whenever we make potions now. You can even put them directly onto your tool belt, which is actually huge. We definitely got to go try that. I need to get rid of this 12-minute fear and go do like a 15-minute fear there and see what happens when we keep putting it onto our tool belt over and over again. We should pretty much already know what happens, but that's going to be so convenient now. Because now you can actually do 12-12 alchemy and not need to worry about it at all. Whereas before you had to do like 11-11 because you had to keep the potion that you were making plus your boost potion and everything. But now you can simply just ignore that and just go straight for 12-12. Which is great because that's what the hotkeys are set for, 12-12 rather than 11-11. But now you can actually realistically do it. There's probably a lot of other scaling things in that regard that you can do too. Alright, use item on, here you go. Get our triple scrap merchant. Use one of these, use one of those. Alright, we're out of here. Alright, let me go back to Hopeport. Let's go test this. Alright, so first things first, let me get rid of my equipped 12-minute fear. Move the backpack. And then we're going to put a 12-minute fear there. And now we can still boost ourselves up every single time while also... actually, you know what? Get me rid of these 8% or the 5% so we can get some 8%. Alright, that's something else I want to go test. How many can he stack? I assume 1,000 based on the patch notes. Mentioning that combat can stack to 1,000. But I haven't actually tested yet to see how high it can stack, so let me go do that. I'll do it with a 5% mining real quick. Just because we have a billion of those. We end up buying them up before the price hike. Oops, wrong deposit bin. Alright, let me go check just the mining ones real quick. Well, it's kind of funny because I believe they only stack in your inventory up to 500. So we'd actually need to get a double stack. Oh no, never mind, they go to 1,000. Alright, can I equip this? Yeah, you can. What happens if I try to move this? Oh! Oh, that's interesting, Intel. You can stack 2 different of the same potion. So you can actually bring 3,000 of the same potion with you if you wanted to. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so this just straight up frees up 3 inventory spaces. Okay, I really like that. Okay, that's a big plus. But yeah, you can bring 3,000 of a single potion if you want to. They basically just act as 3 inventory space, but for potion. Oh, that's actually huge. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's some good intel. Alright, let me go clear my inventory and everything. Deposit all. I think that deposit all breaks your inventory. Alright, let's see. Oh, we could go build 1,000 of these better heals if we want to. A little overkill. What am I doing? I am about to go and, the 8% is what I wanted. So I want like a couple 8%, don't need that many. Move the tool belt. And then I wanted just a placeholder fear, for when we go and make some of them. And move that to tool belt. And now we can do 12-12. Alright, let's see. Yeah, look at that. You can just click straight on 12 now. You don't need to worry about anything else. Huge, huge, huge. But yeah, we could do a 12-12 now. Alright, then we grab another 12-12. Grab 12 of these, grab 12 of these. Oh, that's so much cleaner compared to before. Then you just drink your potion. And then we go make all of these, drop them all, pick up all those, make them all, and then we have 24 potions all back to back to back. And then once they're finally done, you just equip them straight to your potion belt, and then you keep repeating the cycle over and over again. Oh, good thing I waited on the alchemy grind. This is so much easier for alchemy now. That means I'm going to need to go do carp, what's it called? Oh yeah, that's something else we can go do right now. I can do carp rack. Because carp rack's a little bit more convenient now that we don't need to juggle potions there. Because before, if I wanted to boost at all, I would have to keep juggling. I'd probably want to bring a 5% potion, a 5% for Mind of Matubin, because I want to boost that. And, I guess that's it, because I don't really need a 3rd potion for that. Because it doesn't use fear or anything. Very nice, very nice. But yeah, overall, this update, honestly, probably the best update we've had since, This is probably the best update we've had since, I will eventually remember its name. The queuable action update. Like, queuable action and them changing respawn timers. This is probably the best update they've done since then. And the second best update since launch, only outdone by that one. But I hope a lot of other quests have amazing rewards like this. So far, we've had a good handful that have absurdly good quest rewards. The most notable ones are Herbert's Hurtle for equipable potions, Spider Nest for storage rifts, Lost and Found for the ability to make 5-star gear, and that's about it as far as like the absurdly good reward ones. So we have 3 absurdly good rewards now from quests. I'm hoping they add way more than that from future quests. The only thing that might be disappointing is how are they going to outdo Equipable Potion? Because that's a pretty solid reward. It's about 5 to 10% extra XP across the line, across almost every skill in the game. As far as how much extra XP you get from having an inventory or 2 or 3 cleared up. The biggest beneficiary by far is Merchant. But there isn't a single skill in the game that doesn't benefit from it. Like right now we could do 12-12 instead of 11-11 with Alchemy here. Oh, it doesn't go long enough to last for the last one, unfortunately, though. Oh, that's unfortunate. It did for 11-11, but it's not enough to last for 24, only 23. That's fine, though. Now, let's make these Sphere Potions real quick, since we can now do a whole inventory of them at once. And then we'll go head over to something else with it. Probably do, like, Rack COD next. Or maybe something else in a different chapter, because so far we've only been in Chapter 1 testing stuff. Maybe it's time after we do this set to go do a different chapter. Hello, Kevin! Welcome, welcome! I've still been having quite a bit of fun with this game. We've definitely been playing a bit less, but I've still been enjoying it a ton. 5 gold for an inventory of Brilliant Braked Beam? Are they that expensive? Wow. Yeah, some of the high-tier fish are really, really up there. It's one of the reasons I've been trying to keep my Chef and Fisher aligned. And I'm just going to be skipping the Forager ones, but still doing the Gatherer ones. I'm basically just skipping after the next one that requires a foraging supply, which I do have. After the 259 cod and chips, I'm basically not bothering at all with Forager. Like, I already have the final reward I need, which is Rack. Like, I'm going to be keeping a low-level Forager for a very long time. It's probably going to be the last skill I go for to get to 250 when we go for 250 all. Which we've slowly been working towards. Obviously, we're just trying to get all the numbers up to areas we need. But one backline goal has still been getting 250 all at some point. We're still a ways away. But Forager is honestly probably going to be the last one. As you pretty much have it maxed by 209 in the current state of the game, unless they're going to do something with the 6-star quest that changes that. Which might happen. The 6-star quest for Hopeport might actually make us need to get Forager. Not because we need it for the quest, but because it gives us an activity that we would need higher Forager for. The quest requirement's definitely not 200 something, I can assure you that. It's probably like 80-ish at best. But it might add an activity that does require a higher forager level than what we have. Or you did a lower tier version of it at like 70 or 80, but you might need like, you know, a 250 version, a 300 version, something like that. What's that 209 rack? It's needed for the 10% potion for this chapter, which is the easiest 10% potion to make in the entire game, relative to distance from bank, as well as level requirement for it. It only requires 185 alchemy and 209 forager, which makes it the most bank accessible 10% potion and the most level accessible 10% potion. The only big downside for that is it doesn't give as much XP, but it's the most accessible 10% potion in the game. And I'm starting to run low. I think I only have like 41 left. I have 20 equipped right now. But I'm pretty sure I only have 41 left because I use one every single day when we do Oyster Venture. So within the next month, I have to go get them up. Like, I have to go finish out the rack COD grind. But now that we finally have a equipable potion, I have no excuse to not do it now. Not necessarily today, but we'll probably poke it today, but I'm not going to do the whole grind today. But I got to do COD rack until we get like 1,400, 1,500 racks or so. Which will also be enough COD for me to never need more COD ever. Which we need to start using at 259 Chef. And they don't go away for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would need 336 Chef before I would stop doing the COD and chips. So we're going to need a good number for them. Especially since I'm pretty much stopping Chef around 276. The main reason for this is, for one, to wait for our fishing level to catch up. But also, it's pretty much the golden age of Chef. The only time you get a better setup than these 5 is, actually never. But the next closest best one is all the way at max Chef. But it's actually the best 5 setup you could ever have, as it's 2 that you could buy from a shop. It is a 1-stepper, another 1-stepper, or sorry, Gennard right there's the other 1-stepper. And then the only annoying one, which we would already have banked because the COD rack grind, would be the delicious CODs and chips. But I already have all the potatoes banked, or at least most of them, and it's not that bad to go get a few more. And I'm about to, once we go do COD rack, go get all the COD banked. And some. So it's pretty much going to be the golden age of doing contracts, where it doesn't really get any better than this until like literal max level. At which point you wouldn't really have as much of a need to do them since you don't need the XP anymore, only the money from it. Also, I forgot how long a full inventory of these would take. Actually, I still got a lot of potions to do. Not only do I have like 2 hours of this potion, that we're not going to do right now, we're just finishing up what we have in our inventory. Just figured we'd test it now that we could do 24 of these. But, not only do we have, like 2 hours of these potions left, but once I finish all the COD racks, I gotta do them for like 13 to 14 hours at some point. Luckily, we'll have all the 10% we pretty much ever need for Hopeport at that point. And if not, hopefully trading's out by then. Because if I run through all those, we have a problem. I would sure hope that would be enough to get to max on everything. 1,400 of them. Because that's not a small amount. Which is probably closer to 1,500. Not to mention we still have like 40 left. But I would sure hope that would last us to the end of time. Because I only use them when we single dip or double dip knowledge points. If I'm single dipping it, it's because I'm doing it during a cooking contract. If I'm multi-dipping it, it's because we're doing a double point into something else. So I love how much more AFK they made this with queuable action. Yeah, queuable action is still the MVP of updates they've ever done so far since launch. It's not even close. As nice as equipable potions are, and the fact that it's going to be a 5 to 10% buff, queuable action not only increased AFK, but was also around a 5 to 10% buff for some activities. Some activities even got anywhere from 30 to 50% extra XP from the respawn system that was added at the time, that you otherwise wouldn't have done in the previous system, but can do now. Which is a pretty hefty buff. But yeah, I don't really foresee this being more than a 10% buff for any activity. The main beneficiary being Merchant, as you can now perpetually maintain a 5% boost, and now juggle 4 sets of items rather than 3, while having boost potions on you, and fear potions and everything else. I'm trying to think about like the second biggest beneficiary would be. Not counting like detective or anything, because that's in like the same kind of category as merchant. Maybe mining? Like some of the like hard gathering skills, or not necessarily hard in a difficult way, but you know what I mean. Like the ones that have like a hard requirement for how many items you need to get in your inventory. Whereas woodcutting is a lot more flexible with how many you could do. Same as forager. But fisher, gather, and mining are a bit more stagnant in that you're pretty much always getting exactly full inventory with the route that you do with them. Which was always kind of annoying because of potion belt not existing. But now with potion belt around, you won't need to deal with that. It doesn't really affect forager or woodcutting as much because they're both set up in a way where they're really flexible with how many you can get because there's so many nodes around you. Whereas fishing, gather, and mining are a lot less flexible, which benefit more from the tool belt. Another one that's pretty huge too is the 3 production skills. Because not only do we have like 1 billion storage now for all of our untuned stuff, or not untuned, but you know, for just all the crafted stuff. But now we also have all the potions we need. You can have your 5%, you can have your 7% or 10% or whatever you have. And then, yeah, you're just good to go. You don't even need the fear potion for anything. And if you want to, you could even have fear potion, I guess, for Tentacle Road if you really wanted to. Though it's easy enough just to path through it. But this is going to be the setup for most things, though. Whatever potion you're spamming in your first slot, whatever potion you're boosting with in your second slot, and then a fear for the instances where you need fear. It's pretty much going to be your setup for whatever activity you're ever doing. At least in the current state of the game until we get more potions down the line. Or, you know, more potion types. Still waiting on that aggro potion. I need the opposite of fear potion so we can just AFK combat for like 9 minutes straight. Then pick up all the drops, then AFK for 9 minutes straight again. Honestly, I would hit 2,500 combat so quickly if that was to be added to the game. I would make like 2, 3, 4, 5,000 that potion. And then just AFK combat for like a month. Especially if special attacks aren't out by then. Though I'm pretty sure special attacks would be out by then. And skill tree and everything. It's going to feel so weird to see 24 here. Because normally it's only 22. So I see 22 here now. It's like, oh yeah, we're done. I forgot we still have 2 more because potions are equipable now. And I'm not going to go show the reset. But I will start to like do it as if we were. Just to see what it is. But I'm pretty sure all we have to do here is just equip this potion. And just grab 1212 again and we're good to go. So you don't need to worry about putting them away or anything. You just simply go click equip on this. You just click on this, click move to potion belt once we're done. And then just repeat the cycle. We're not going to do that right now though, but that would be what you would do. When we go train this later. This will end. You then move it to potion belt. And then you just grab your 1212 again. And then you just repeat it. Just grab your 1212, boom boom. And yeah, then you're good to go. Nice. Alright, so that's that. Next order of business. I guess I'll do 1 set of cod rack real quick. But if I'm gonna do that, I might as well go do my cooking contracts that are in the area. So let me just go do all of them real quick. We got hairdresser, new tap, and sentry. Oh, sentry's kind of a little bit annoying away from it, but that's fine. Yeah, we'll go do that real quick. What am I looking for? I guess just some Gunards, because I don't need the stew. So let me go clear these, because I'm gonna need it when we go test merchant later. So let me go clear out all of these real quick. Go cook all this up. And then we'll go check cod rack. I'm not gonna go farm cod rack right now, though. We'll do like an inventory or a few. Just to see what it's like with no potions in the way. Alright, that reminds me. I do need to go replace the 10% for a, well, unless I want to dump it into alchemy, I guess. But I kind of want to dump it into stonemason. Anyways, what am I doing? I need to cook 8 and then 6. 8. 8. 8. And then we need 6 of those things. And then the only other thing we need is 4 arrays after that. Actually, I'll probably grab that with it. Because there should be enough room to hold 4 arrays while doing the 666. But yeah, there's a lot of grinds that this has opened up for us to actually want to do now. It's the main thing I've been waiting on. I'm not sure when we're going to do a grind stream. Maybe this weekend for it. Because I haven't actually on stream grinded for Brighter Shores for quite a while. Tomorrow's the 9-year anniversary to channel, so I'm going to be busy with, I think we're doing Dragon Wilds tomorrow. RuneScape Dragon Wilds, as well as the normal Gems of War thing that we've been doing for like the last 9 years. Well, we're doing that for the 9-year anniversary of the channel, but later this weekend, we will be doing probably Brighter Shores. We should have enough time to go grind it out. Now that we finally have a reason to, now that we have a equipable potion. The thing we've been waiting on for so long now. But it's finally here. Oh, so our gold's doing good, but that's going to go down to 0 so quickly. Because I'm eventually going to need to get the lobster pot upgraded. I'm going to need to go get a tool upgraded for chapter 2. There's probably something else right afterwards I'm forgetting of that we need to go get upgraded as well. But yeah, I guess I'm dumping these points on the alchemy. That's fine. Yeah, we'll be doing Dragon Wilds tomorrow. I haven't really looked into it too much. I did see the preview the day it came out. I was even considering doing it last Tuesday. But I figured I'd save it for the 9-year anniversary of the channel, just so we had something to do that day. Because I wasn't going to play Gems of War for like 10 hours straight or 9 hours straight. But I will go do Dragon Wilds. The main goal for that is to go and see if we can get a basic completion and go kill the dragon. Because I believe that's the highest thing we can really do right now until they add more content to the game. Is kill the first dragon of the alpha, beta, whatever it's currently in right now. But yeah, that'll be our goal for tomorrow. We'll do like a 10 to 12 hour stream, however long it takes. And if we have some spare time, we'll go and make a nice looking house. Survival games is a genre of game I don't play too often. The last big one I played was Power World. But it was more so for the Pokemon aspect than the survival aspect. Whereas Dragon Wilds is a lot more survival based. Just with like an elaborate magic system over top. Alright, let's go and turn all these in. I don't think there's anything we need to do with this at the moment. I might as well save it for later. Save that for when we use the 10% on Sentry. Honestly, I think I'm going to. Unfortunately, we don't have any scrap merchant synergy to go with it, but that's fine. It's not too big a deal. Oh yeah, I was going to look here. Where's my 5% potion? Duh, I have it over here. Oh, it's actually my 8% potion. Wait, that might be a little overkill. I might need to go replace this back now that I think about it. Oh no. Do I drink it? Oh, that is so overkill. I'm going to do it though. That is so overkill. Oh no, I forgot. I didn't re-put back the 5%. I was using that for alchemy, but then forgot. Yeah, we definitely don't need it for not alchemy. Alchemy is like the only thing in this chapter worth using 8% on. Everything else is just a bit of a waste. Not who I needed. But yeah, we'll be doing the entirety of Dragon Wilds tomorrow. Probably start it early in the morning and don't stop until it's done. Hey, missing piers here. Oh, did he unlock a new area? Did he finally finish his grind? I don't believe that was a room he had unlocked before. Well, that's pretty huge if so. But yeah, I believe he has a new area unlocked. Because I don't recall that being an area they used to have access to. Alright, let me go replace this for the 5% for what we're about to go do right now. Yeah, the 3 limit is a little bit annoying on this. I see why they made it a 3 limit. But I was still kind of hoping you could equip, like, literally everything. Despite how broken that would have been. Is I keep forgetting that I don't have the potion in question on me. I just keep assuming I do, and it's like, nope, I don't. I only have the 8%, not the 5%. As 8% are exclusively just for alchemy in this chapter. Same as how 8% in chapter 2 would be used exclusively for carpentry. Like, you would always use it on the hardest one in the chapter. So that would be alchemy for chapter 1, carpentry for chapter 2, literally anything but mining for chapter 3, and leatherworker for chapter 4 is what you would use the 8% on. Alright, so there's no way we're making it there, by the way. I wasn't expecting to. There is 0.000 chance we're making it there in time. And now the question is, do we use a 10% and waste it here just for this? Just to go start heading over to Cod Rack. The problem is half the time we're just moving. And just walking over there. It's still tempting, though. The problem is I don't think I'm going to get enough for double meter. Even though I think this gives like 10% or something. Still doing it, though. Moment of truth. Can we get there in time? I need to scrap together 12%. Go, 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 go! When I put this on? Alchemy. Go, go, go. I highly doubt we're making this. Especially for adamant about getting cod rack. I'm trying to think of what else I can grab along the way. That's like on path. I think anything's particularly high. I could try grabbing the potatoes, I guess. There should be 3 en route. Alright, will we make it? Come on, you're almost there. Quick. You need 10% more. Go, 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 go. Not sure we're gonna make it. Hey, where are the racks in this room? Let's see, are we gonna make it? I don't think we're gonna make it. Gonna be a little short. No! That's fine, though. Hey, we're not gonna make it. This just gives like 2 or 3% each or something. Now, why did these give such a low amount of knowledge? Yeah, we're not gonna make it. But I'm still not sure what pattern I want to do for cod rack. There's a lot of random junk you gotta keep dropping. I'm not sure exactly how long the retimer is. We could also just bank the potatoes, but the potatoes are a lot lower priority. As far as their overall usability. We do technically need them for the cod, though. I just really hate how far that one rack is. That one all the way in the corner over there. Like, these two are fine next to each other. The other one's absolute middle of nowhere. Actually, you know what? I guess we could take it on our way back. You know what? Let me drop it. Or not drop it, but you know, let me not take it this cycle. And grab it on our way around the other time. As it's closer to that doorway than it otherwise would be, doing it the other way. No! The timer! Why can't we have queueable walk? There's currently no way to queue up a walk, unfortunately. I wonder if this actually works out to exact inventory space. Because I believe it does. Assuming you start with 2 potato, but you generally wouldn't start with 2 potato. We only did because of our routing. But yeah, I think this is the cycle. It does have a weird double inventory space remaining, though. Which I'm not sure what we're going to fill that with. And then for the final cycle, you just grab this, that. And then we bank everything. And then we get some potatoes for our cod. We get a bunch of cod, and we get a bunch of rack. And the main thing we're trying to do this for is to get 1,500 racks. Not all right now, obviously, we'd be here forever. I think doing it this way is only like 100-ish racks an hour or something. Like 100, 150, somewhere around there. Like, we gotta do this for over 10 hours. But I just wanted to test the cycle. Now that we have a equipable potion that don't get in the way. And I guess worst comes to worst. On a new cycle, you could just grab double shell instead of potato there. Which means you would only get 4 potato for all your cods, but that's fine. But yeah, I think you would grab the double 185 shell. Hey, beep, I'm a Jeep is here. But yeah, I believe you would grab that double shell to go and offset your cycle. Oh yeah, also, I didn't bother drinking the 5% potion. You know, the thing that we kind of had for the whole purpose of that. Probably should have utilized this one. Well, let's use it here. But yeah, you would grab these 2 shells, I think, every time. Just because they're on route already. And they do get boosted by the trowel like the potato does. So the XP rate's actually not that bad. But yeah, I think that would be the cycle then. Is you grab these 2 things. You go and start the rack room again. Get all the rack first because they have a lower timer. Because you gotta take one of these immediately to start the timer. You then go for every cod and everything else, then you continue to cycle around. This will be the last set we go for, and then we'll start testing Chapter 2. I guess we'll start testing them all in order. Since we tested basically most of the things that you would do in Chapter 1, or at least that we currently need to do in Chapter 1. They're supposed to keep moving down the line. So we can test how it works on Gather, then we can go test how it works on Woodcutting, then go test how it works on Carpenter. Which, now that I think about it, Carpenter actually benefits from it decently. As you can now actually use the 12 method from the shop thing. You don't have to do like a weird 11 every time. Same thing that Alchemy benefits from, because now you can do 12-12 for Alchemy. You can also do 12 for Carpenter now. Whereas before you couldn't because you need the potion on you. But now the potion is equipped to you directly. Big potion. Trying to get like a in-between size. There we go. Good enough. But I believe that's a cycle that we're going to be needing to do for 1.5k rack. But then we never need to deal with a 10% potion ever again for Chapter 1. Like ever again. And even if we do need more for some reason, trading should be out by then. There shouldn't be that much. They're probably like 20, 30 silver each or something. Like, they'll be pricey, but not that over the top. Not like some of the 10% for some chapters. Like Stonewall Hill, they'll probably be like 50 to 100 each. Since we get us some really nice needed fishing XP too. Actually, you know what would be one thing maybe worth upgrading too? The co-op net. I currently only have a level 10 co-op net. If I'm going to grind this later, for what will probably be around 2 to 3k COD. Oh, actually, it should be exactly how many racks I get. So if I need to get 1.5k racks, you should get about 1.5k COD out of it. Which honestly is probably worth upgrading it for. Just the fact that we're doing 1.5k of them. So I need to remember to go upgrade that later. Who knows, maybe we'll go upgrade it now. Although I'm definitely done after this inventory. And then we'll move on to Chapter 2, then Chapter 3, then Chapter 4. The only problem is the current mining method I need to do for Chapter 3 does not benefit at all from equipable potion. Which is kind of weird, because most mining methods would. But the one we currently need to do does not. Unless I just want to power mine granite, I guess. Do granite only. Because right now I've been doing flatinium plus granite. But if we do granite only, that does benefit from the cubable action. I mean, from the equipable potion. But the other method that we're doing was based around not having equipable potion. So it doesn't actually get any worse with equipable potion. Alright, there we go. And you just bank everything. Easy as that. And we're only going to need to do this like 200 more times later. Or like 180 more times later. But there we go. There's 2 of them. Done. Billion more to go. That's a later issue. Alright, let me go set up my potion for Chapter 2. And yeah, let's keep going down the line. And then we'll do Chapter 3. And then, of course, Chapter 4. Alright, so the setup that we need for this means we gotta get rid of this, and probably use the 12-minute fears instead. So we gotta get rid of everything and switch them all out for Chapter 2 potions, which is going to be a 5%, a 7%, and a 12-minute fear. All for Chapter 2. As there is one dangerous room we do have to walk through that I might as well use the potion for. I guess since we're using a 12-minute potion, we'll do it for 12 minutes. Where's my XP pots? There they are. Grab a couple of you. Where's the rest of them? Grab a couple of you. Hey, there we go. Set up for Chapter 2. Let's go head over. Alright, first things first, I guess we start doing woodcutting. Unfortunately, I don't have the gathering level to go do it. Actually, we'll do them in order. Let's do, I don't know. Woodcutting's gonna be a lot quicker, though. Let me do woodcutting, then we'll do gather, then we'll do, carpenter. So the rail that I need to do here might need to be a little bit different. Just because, we now don't have 2 inventory space being consumed compared to before. So I might have to do the weave. We were doing a bunch of math on this a while back, and I honestly completely forget if what way it was worth doing. I'm pretty sure just cycling the 2 rooms was fine, though. The only problem is it puts your end spot at a really weird location. It's the problem with double rooming. Is by the end of the cycle, we'll be stuck here. And need to go to that storage rift. But there's another hickory room over there that we can grab some stuff from. Oh no, I'll try to weave it and see where the weave ends. Because it might be worth weaving now. If we do weave, we gotta do it from the west side of this tree. So we do have to manual click the west side. Otherwise I'll path you straight into it, which is not what we want. We want that tile over there. Yeah, we'll test the weave and see where the weave ends. Because I actually completely forget, since we've never had a equipable potion. Until today. Yeah, we'll do the weave. Because I believe the weave puts you in a location that puts you in that room over there by the end. Which is better for banking. I believe you only have to weave to this room once. If you do have to double weave, it's definitely not worth doing this room. Let's see, where's that going to put us by the end? Because then we grab another 3. No, it's still going to be the same issue. Is there a way to get 3 on our way back? The problem is I think there's only 2 nearby. Yeah, I think we just do 6-6 on the rooms. And don't bother with the side room there. Especially once we have the level to be able to do these tank fruit. For that, we need 264 gather, which we will have eventually. It's what I've been waiting on my woodcutting grind for. So we could do the 264 tank fruit with hickory. That's why I haven't been doing too much hickory. But yeah, I think you just do the 2 vertical rooms. Well, technically horizontal. The west and east room. It doesn't seem worth it to take south room. Because even with the weave here, we're going to still need to scrap together 3. And where on earth are you supposed to get these 3? Because 100% not worth weaving to the other room. I guess I could grab the 1 real quick. And then double grab it from the room right there. But yeah, it's super not worth it. I think you just go 6-6-6-6 back and forth. And just stick with these 2 upper rooms. The only time you would maybe take the weave room is if your orchid is really good gather XP at a given time. In which case you could even fill up your inventory with orchids. I don't know, is it worth triple weaving this room? I don't feel like it is. It's just so much simpler doing 3-3-3-3 back and forth here until you're full and then just 1 click over to the storage rift. It's probably the way to go. Yeah, we'll test it for this next inventory, but I'm pretty sure that's the way to do it. Let's see. Up. The good old room chat only lasting for one room. Alright, we'll test one more inventory and then we'll go do either gather or carpenter, test it out with equipable potion. But yeah, let's go do the really basic method. We just go from these two rooms over and over again, because this is what I'm going to need to do once we hit 264 Forager anyways. The only time your routing would really change is once you have 336. If you even still need to do Hickory Tree at that time. You then need to be prioritizing the 6 orchards every time. In which case you would do Hickory Tree plus Orchard. Which actually would be kind of nice, because then you can bank every 12. These are getting 12 per set rather than 6%. Because when we do these tank fruit, we're going to be dropping every single one of them. But when you do the orchards, you'd be banking every single one of them. I guess since we're getting close to our boost, we'll do Carpenter next. So I can use the 7% boost potion on Carpenter. Because I definitely don't want to use it on Gatherer. We're actually at a Gathering supply we really need coming up. It makes the strongest Cryonite potion in the game. Which of course we're Cryonite right now. I guess it's hard to tell since I'm not wearing any armor. But we are Cryonite. But yeah, we're going to get our best bossing potion in the game once bossing comes out. So I do want to make a lot of them. Plus we got to get all the way from 277 to 234 with them. Not counting AFK activities. And the thing that we could do at 227.4 is actually the resource I need for it. After this inventory, we'll go test no potion carpenter. Then we'll do a little bit of the gatherer we were talking about. Which I might not even use the fear potion. Just so we don't have to do it for 12 minutes straight. There's just something in mind of a tuba I need some fear for. I don't think there is though. My current mining doesn't need it, and obviously the 3 production things don't need it. Unless you're running like gas eels or something. Even then, it saves you like 3 tiles, I think, having Fear Potion. Like 2 or 3. Oh, we're still gonna have to do Weird Weave, aren't we? In the other room. I forgot, it ends at this weird number here, because you're taking this room again. So you have 2 choices here. You can either go to the other room, or go all the way over to the other side. I never actually bothered calculating out how many tiles this is. But it feels better to do this. So actually we'll end it on this set then. Oh, you know what? I could have just tellied, because we're tellying over anyways to Carpenter Place. I could have just done the other room since we're tellying anyways. I'm not using a normal storage rift. But if you were using a normal storage rift, I feel like this is closer than taking the 3 from the other room. Because your end tile is like all the way over there. Whereas your end tile for this is like right here. Even though you do have to walk a little bit over there. I think it saves more tile just because your end location is so close to the storage rift. But that's not where we're going. Let's go to Hope Central. Because we're going to pass the storage rift anyways going by. Alright, let's try a Equipable Potion on Carpenter now. The biggest benefit of this is you could run 12 per set rather than 11. Which makes it slightly more AFK than it already was. It's not a big buff, but, you know, give you a few extra AFK seconds that you wouldn't have otherwise had. Oh, so I believe Hickory is the highest we could do, right? Yeah. So we'll go get some of the Hickories that we just deposited, I guess. Even though I literally just put them in. Time to immediately take them back out. What do we have in here? Oh, we only have hickory left, really? Oh yeah, I was about to go grab 11. I forgot. I don't need to do that anymore. Look how convenient this is. You just simply click 12 and you're done. You don't need to do the weird 11 thing anymore. I was already doing it just out of habit. But yeah, this makes it, I want to say 10 seconds more AFK. It makes this one about 3 seconds longer and the other one like 5-ish. Somewhere around there. Is you get to do 1 more log here and 2 more logs on the other one. So however long that takes. I'm only doing 1 set here. Is obviously, after 1, it's just the same thing over and over again. But it does make it a little bit better. Definitely one of the smaller improvements, but still worth showing. Since we're doing all of them, we might as well do all of them. Obviously not literally every method in the game, but at least showing what our current level range would be with the potion. So we did it for Forager with Cod Rack, we did it for Fisher with Cod Rack, we did it for Chef with our alchemy runs, we did it for Alchemy with the potion making. Catch you later, Shore Central, thanks for stopping by, have a good night. And the only one we haven't tested for Chapter 2 then is Gather, and then we'll go do all of Chapter 3 and all of Chapter 4 with the new equipable potion. Saving the best for last. Merchant. Merchant is by far the biggest beneficiary from it. Like merchant-only methods. So we'll do Detective Merchant when we get to Chapter 4. Leatherworker's pretty straightforward, but I guess we'll do 1 set of Leatherworker. And then Merchant is like the main one. If there's like any one skill that gets a mega buff from it, it is Merchant. As you can now 5% literally everything in the skill, which was really clunky to do before. And now any potions that you ever need, Fear Potion, EXP Pot, anything like that, now takes up 0 inventory space. So your main potion setup for Merchant now will be a 5% for Chronopolis, a whatever your EXP Pot is for your knowledge points, probably something for Mind to Matubin, unless you're dumping it right back into Merchant or something. But it's likely to be a 5% Chronopolis into whatever you're boosting from Chapter 3 into a Fear Potion. There isn't too much on Merchant that really uses Fear, though. There's a little bit. Not a lot, though. Mostly Cyclops and sometimes you have to go by Dusty Road. Detective definitely uses it a lot more compared to Merchant. There are a few small instances where you do use it for Merchant, though. Alright, let's go do Gatherer, and that will be Chapter 1 and 2 completed. Oh yeah, we never tested it for combat yet. I should probably go do that at some point. I guess we could do that while we're here, since the combat we need to do is in this chapter anyways. So you can now equip up to 1,000 of all the combat potions, which I believe are over here. I currently have 11 and 0 equipped. However, you can start equipping 1,000 and 1,000 there. Alright, let me go put away all these, and then we'll go do our Gatherer then. And I guess we'll say hi to Combat, though Combat doesn't really gain too much of a benefit from it. I guess it makes it so you don't have to bank as awkwardly anymore. It's probably the biggest benefit from it. Is awkward banking is no longer a thing. Because you don't need to worry about a few potions or all your excess combat potions. Because before you could only hold 20 at a time. So normally you had to have your XP boost potion and like a stack of heals and a stack of combats. But now you just put them all on your 1,000 stack. Oh, hello, Sonny! Welcome, welcome. Okay, I don't think I've ever actually done Clover before. I don't even think I have the first time bonus for it. What would even be the cycle for Clover? So there's 3 here. I would then take the 4th. Yep, first time bonus. First time we ever touch a Clover. Interesting. I have no clue what the cycle is here. We'll grab these. We'll grab the other Clover. Where even is every Clover here? Grab that one, grab that one. And then we probably have enough time at the end to grab a pine tree. And we'll probably do it next to where the final Clover is. And then we'll figure out which one of these is the closest to a movement. But I'm pretty sure it's the one next to the Clover over there. There's like one tree on the ground over here that I think would be the one we would go for. Yeah, this tree right here. I think you would take this tree, then grab that Clover, and then they should respawn. And then you just drop the log. And then you just do 888 on the clover. But you then drop this, and then wait for the clover to respawn. Wait, maybe we have enough time to take 2 trees. And then you just repeat the cycle from here. And then you grab 1 tree. Honestly, probably have enough time to grab 2 tree. And then just repeat that cycle. So we'll grab this tree and that tree, I guess. Then drop them both and then wait for that clover to spawn. And that seems to be the cycle that we would do here. 8 clover, double tree, drop wood, repeat. Oh good, this room can be made somewhat AFK too. Nice. If you queue the one at the front of the room last. Good old water brick. Good old queuable action. Yeah, we get to use the 2 best features they've added since launch simultaneously. Queuable action with their new respawn system, plus equipable potion. Really great quality of life, both of them. But yeah, now there's enough time to grab double tree here. Then we drop the double pine and move straight into our clover, which should be respawned. Yep, there we go. And then you repeat the cycle. Alright, nice. Now, I'm just gonna do this one inventory for now, and then of course you'd bank over there. And you have a fear potion, you can even one-click it. Without fear, we can still maneuver around them. It's a little bit more convenient with fear, though. I think I'm gonna bother drinking it right now, though. Since everything we need to do in Chapter 3 does not require any fear. But yeah, then once your guy picks up this clover, you just one-click over to the bank and hope you don't get attacked in that room. And then you rinse and repeat until you have all the clovers you ever need. Which is basically doing clover all the way from 224 to 248 at some point. Not doing that anytime soon, but is on the list of things we need to go do. Also, wait, did I miss a clover at some point? I should have full inventory right now. Wait, what? How did I miss a clover? Oh, I forgot this one. What? How did that happen? How did I completely forget that clover? That's not ideal. Alright, since we're here... Oh no, I was gonna say we'll go test combat, but... Oh no, how do we really test combat with the new system? It's not like we're gonna run through 1,000 potions today. We're not doing that much combat. But yeah, the only thing that really changed with combat is you can hold 1,000 now of both. And whenever you bank, you can have a nice clean inventory of 24 drops. But combat really didn't get that much of a change. It mostly just affects combat banking. More so than anything. Alright, well, let's go move on to the next chapter then. On to Chapter 3. And I guess we'll do the method for Chapter 3 where we have to utilize the potion benefit. Because the normal way that I was doing it before was accounting for 2 slots being killed by potion. So that basically means we're going to do granite only rather than granite plus platinum. That's fine. Is anything that gets us to our level quicker. Because we're pretty much already there. I need 294. Like, we're literally like a 4th level away. We're pretty much there already. And the reason I didn't finish it was just doing some of the AFK activity for it. Otherwise, I would have finished it all the way, but I guess we could do that right now. It's not going to take that long. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Hey, I'm a Bud's here too. Alright, let me deposit all. And let's go get all the potions we need for this chapter. Which is a bunch of these. Some of you. And just for the sake of it, I've never actually equipped the AFK potion. Let me equip the AFK potion as well. We're not going to need it, obviously, but I don't need fear, so I figured why not. But yeah, you can do the AFK potions as well. Which is huge. I might need to test that on the combat thing later. Because that means you could... Wrong chapter. That means you could do a greed potion and a what's it called potion at the same time off your tool belt. A wealth potion plus a XP potion. So if I wanted to go AFK, let's say this passive, I could use a 5% for Hope Forest while also using a 5%, or not 5%, but like a 250 or 300% extra wealth potion. And that would actually work out really, really well. I'll even try that tonight. I don't want to do it now because you have to do it for a minimum of an hour. Unless you want to waste all the potion value. But you can do that straight off your belt now. And that's really good for activities where you actually gain supplies constantly in your inventory as well. Because that means some activities you can AFK for like an hour more than you otherwise would have been able to. Let's see how much XP we're getting each. 2.8? How many do we need? Or did I say 2.8? I mean 6.8 or 6.6. That's like 80-ish, roughly. Actually, almost 70-ish, isn't it? It's about 70-ish. I know, are we about to do 70 of them right now? It's only like 3 inventories. It's not too bad. But I'm not going to switch over to Flatinium because this actually benefits from the new potion system. As you don't get clunked up by a potion with the 666 method anymore. So you don't have to joke with a potion whenever you want to drink it every cycle. It saves you probably about a minute per hour, roughly, give or take a little bit. As well as no risk of your stuff despawning. The only problem is the mining method I want to do at 294 does require 294 smithing. So unfortunately, we won't be able to do that for a while. I do have the AFK material for it right now. We end up mining it with the AFK mining as well. I don't have enough to get us all the way to 294, but it'll get us pretty close. And the rest I could just make broadswords for, which we could start doing at 287. And now that we know for sure that they're going to have movement-based special attacks, we were speculating on that earlier. Like, it seems like the system of the game would probably end up utilizing it some. And yeah, we saw it today with the boss fight. Add a lunge attack. It was a 2-tile cardinal direction movement jab. Which is why I was speculating Rapier would eventually have. Like a 3-tile hit forward. And that boss had literally what I thought Rapier would have, except it's 2-tile instead of 3. I still hope they give Rapier at least 3-tile though. 2-tile seems a little bit too short. But an instant 3-tile would be so nice. Alright, 2.5 more inventories and we should be good to go. And then we'll move on to the other 3. Well, I guess we could just show 1, because honestly, all 3 of them are going to be the same. Like, Bone Wright, Smithing, and Stonemason. Like, I guess the ratios of what you need might be a little bit different for whatever you're doing, but, you know, the concept of all 3 of them is the exact same thing. So I'll probably just show it for Smithing, since this is the one I actually need to go level. There's no point in showing all 3, since they're basically the same. It's just the ratios of what we'd have in our inventory would be slightly different. And then we get to try Detective Merchant, 1 inventory a Leatherworker, which is pretty straightforward how that would go. But the main event, Merchant, I am so curious to see how much nicer Merchant's going to be under this new system. I'm definitely not in the mood to like power grind Merchant right now though. We'll definitely give it a fair shot with the new potion. Definitely not going to be grinding it for hours though. But I do want to see what's going to be like now that you don't have a set of items being dead due to having potions on you. It's bare minimum a 5% flat buff to Merchant. And since there's no downside, it's just perpetually staying potted up. But at this rate, Gatherer might end up becoming, or Miner, I mean, might end up becoming our highest gathering skill. Getting there. Oh yeah, that's something else. There was a random Q&A. I believe Valerie ended up doing it recently. There was a random Q&A the other day. I didn't see the whole thing, but I did catch some of it and saw what the summary thing was for it. The biggest takeaway is they're actually changing Gatherer to be quite a bit different from Forager, supposedly. I'm not sure exactly what that means. I'm not sure if that means go panic level Gatherer or don't level Gatherer at all. But they're going to be changing fundamentally how Gatherer works, it seems like. So it's more distinct from Forager. And assumably Delver would be similar. And that Delver is probably going to be way different than what Forager and Gatherer currently is. So basically all the hand skills won't seem so samey anymore. Is probably what they're going for. Because Gatherer was one of those skills that wanted to get pretty high. 280 being one of the biggest near time milestones. And honestly, even 261 so we could start making the 8% potion. Though we'd have to go even higher because to get the other component for, I think you need almost like 400. It's really, really high. But it covers a really big gap in alchemy that would otherwise be there. Because the amount of potions you need Gather for within this range is so high. In this area, 5 out of the 6 potions are all Gatherer level. 277, 325, 344, and 364 are all Gatherer. Which means there's almost a 100 level stretch. Actually, more than a 100 level stretch. Where every potion except for one, which we'll be ignoring, are all Gatherer skill. It's 106 levels of just Gatherer for alchemy. And of course, the main benefit for that is it gets you to Mines of Batubin 8% and 10% potions. AKA probably the best potions in the entire game right now. At least to me anyways. But even in general, there's the slowest skills in the entire game to train at the moment. Actually, there are still 0 people who have max Mines of Batubin, by the way. Red Bean's been trying hard. But there is actually 0 total people with max... Excuse me, Mines of Batubin. It does look like he'll be getting it tomorrow, though. Which is huge. I wonder if he took a break to go get a Quibble potion. I'm not even sure if he's been using potions now that they cost like 9 silver each. But, yeah, he'll be the first person. But it is the only category that has not been maxed in the entire game right now. Well, other than total level, obviously. As far as realistic ones that can be maxed, it's the only one that hasn't been maxed yet. With total level being the only other one. Which obviously no one is even remotely close to doing. But, yeah, Red Bean will be the first ever max Mines of Batubin person. Rockstar was pretty close, but then he started going really wide on his leveling. Oh, nice, we got what we needed. Let's go bank everything. Alright, mining done. Let's go do, I guess we'll just do a little bit of smithing then. Because I can't really do our next mining activity until I have 294 smithing. Which we are 12 levels away from. So we'll go do smithing with our newfound equipable potion now. Teleport over to Southwest. I can't remember if I still have any Platinum banked or not. About to find out. I hope there's at least one set. I might have done all of them though. Which is not ideal. Should have mined some of it. Let's see, how much Platinum do we have in the bank? Please say more than 0. I might have already cleared them all out though. Yeah, more than 0. Perfect. Alright, let's see. Can you actually do a perfect here? If you stay on it? I think you can. Now that we have a Quibble potion, we don't have to deal with the delay of dropping the potion and picking back up your ore. So I'm pretty sure you can use a 5% boost for all 4 of these. Something you weren't able to do before. You were able to before, but your final set would only be a 5 instead of a 6. Or 4 instead of a 6 if you're double potioning like a 5% and a 7%. But now, that's not the case. You should be able to, as long as you do stay on it and don't like super AFK it. You should be able to get a 5% to last for all 24 when doing this specific activity. The other ones are a bit slower, so unfortunately this potion benefit doesn't help. But specifically on Ire and Flatinium, the brown one and the blue one, I'm pretty sure both of them can now be done for all 4 sets. Which is something that did not used to be possible before, due to having to juggle the potion or having like 1 dead space. But now you can, since they're just equipable. Which is by far out of any of these 3 probably the biggest beneficiary of this. I guess technically Bone Right too you can now do it for. Can't remember if Stonemason goes quick enough or not. I know Bone Right does, and I know Blacksmith does. So now when you're dunking your bones, you can also do all the within 1 potion. You already were able to before, but now the time is way easier to do it with, and you don't have to deal with an annoying potion stack on the ground being juggled constantly. Yep, ends up working out. Perfect. Very nice. So one thing that's been really annoying, I've still been running woodcutting, old school RuneScape in the background. I was juggling clues earlier, something I don't normally do when doing this, because they still haven't added the 5 stackable clues, which is basically like a couple of potions but for clues in that game. They were considering it, but then there was a bunch of backlash for it, so they didn't end up doing it. Gosh, they need to go do that already. I'm getting tired of juggling those clues. I was expecting what we do in a Brighter Shore stream today. So he's just been juggling all his higher tier clues the whole day. Because they still haven't added stackable clues yet. Eventually. Give it a month or 2, they'll get there. Also, still no beaver pet, by the way. We've been still trying for, like, almost the entirety of Brighter Shores. We still don't have it. We will have 200 million XP, which is max XP in that game, before we have the pet, probably. We're actually getting pretty close to getting leaderboard. We are actually going that dry. Which was never the intention, but at this point, honestly, we might just go for it. By the time we get it, we're going to be at like 120 mil out of 200 mil. I think leaderboard's only like 240 mil or something. Still takes forever. Because per day, if you do it like in the background all day, it's only like 1 million XP. So it'd still be like 4 months away. If we just left it in the background like all day, every day for 4 months. But yeah, we've still been AFK grinding quite a few things at Brighter Shores. Obviously, we've been maintaining all the true AFK activities, the passives, for all 3 accounts. I've even been doing the ventures on the other accounts too. Because I was getting their fishing level up in case either the Hopeport quest require it. This Hopeport quest didn't. It seems like it was only Forge or an Alchemy. But the 6-star Hopeport quest, which seems like the next one that's going to come out, will probably have a fishing and cooking requirement. Potentially even all 4. Because we don't really know what a requirement for a 6-star quest is going to be like. But a lot of the 5-star quests did use every skill in the chapter. Not all of them, though, but a good majority of them. So there's a good chance that the 6 stars definitely would. Where you 100% will be needing like all 4 of them to be like 60 plus, 70 plus, 80 plus or something. Which the alt accounts are very far away from. Obviously on our main account we never need to worry about quest requirements ever. But for the alt accounts it's definitely a bit more of an issue. Honestly, I might just finish all the ore while we're at it. No, I'll do one more set after this one. Because I kind of want to use a 7% pot and go put into stonemason or something. Or even into smithing, honestly. Because I really need to get the 287 so we can start training it again, and then 294 so we can start doing mining smithing for the first time ever. It's a method I've never actually tried. I'm not sure if it's efficient or not. But basically, mining 24 Adithra ore, technically mining 30 of it, and then dropping the other 6. And then running a set of 24 to, since we have a couple of potion, we can run a set of 24 over to go and smith them all. And then we go and smith them all into shields. And then we come back to pick up the ore and do it again. Where you mine 30, drop the excess, and rinse and repeat. Until you eventually have a clean number that is 4. And then you only have to mine 20. And then rinse and repeat until forever. Until you reach your mining and or smithing goal. We'd have to do that all the way from, gosh, how far would that range be? It'd be pretty far, actually. We'd have to do that from, what would it be? We'd have to do it from 294 until 341. Smithing. Though, of course, we do have knowledge to offset it and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a while. I didn't even think about how far that would be. That's actually quite a bit. I may have to offset it with some of the AFK or just knowledge points or something. Oh yeah, we can mine silver at minecarts. Instead of doing minecarts, we could do minecart for 8 level to go from 317 to whatever. Or even just do it once for the first time bonus, keep doing add a throw. And once we get to 325, we can mine the silver and then use the silver on smithing. At 314. That would work too. Yeah, let me go use a 7% potion so we can go get this thing already. This will be the last set we do. But yeah, I'm not going to do it for stonemason or bonewright because it's basically the same thing we're doing now. And we'll put this into stonemason though. Still need 233 before we can start doing the skill again. Poor stonemason has been locked out for so long. What's scary is I need to go get 6 post 200 stonemason levels on the alt sometime soon. It has taken me like 2 months to go do that on the main account because of how little I've been grinding towards it. I am scared to know how long it'll take on the alt account. Because my main account took about 2 months to get there and it still is like 3 levels off, 3.5. And the other account needs to try to do it as quickly as possible so it's not stuck at this activity. Because until it gets to 206, it's stuck at 185 AFK. Because it's likely not going to have the money to be doing black marble. The problem with that is you would need 64 knowledge points or so. That is not quick. Like, even if we did 2 days all day long, it still would not be there. It is a very long grind. Like 2 10-hour streams and it still wouldn't be done. Or just barely if it was to be. And that's all on the alt account. I wouldn't even be touching our main at all. There's so much time we'd have to put into it. But it is a grind we have to do somewhat soon. Not sure if we're going to stream it or not, but it does need to get done. If nothing else, at least we can get all the hope port requirements done at that point. Go get it like level 60 all hope port or something. 70 all hope port. So whatever the 6-star quest needs, we're pretty much good to go. Because unfortunately, they still haven't publicly announced what the requirement is. They haven't done that for any quest yet. Even the requirement for this quest we didn't know until today. Which was 46 Forager and 43 Alchemy. Or sorry, the other way around. 46 Alchemy and 43 Forager. Alright, we're done with Chapter 3. Because everything else is pretty much the same thing that we're just doing. Alright, next order of business. The main event, Chronopolis. But you know what? We'll even teleport into Chronopolis and use the potion thingy there. Now, let's start with Detective. Do a little bit of Detective Merchant. Do one inventory of Leatherworker. Leatherworker is probably the least exciting one. But then the main event. How much of a buff is potion storage for Merchant? This is the main reason I've been putting off Merchant. Is for this mechanic. Only problem is, how are we going to go do teleports now? Oh wait, I don't need you. I need the other thing. Which I'm here. Do I have anything to store away? I'm sure I sold everything already. Yeah, it's just a bunch of tools for later. For whenever they add special attacks to the game. We're ready. Slowly but surely. I've been saving a lot of my 3 stars from crafting lately. In anticipation for eventual 4-star special attacks. Eventually. Give it about 3 more months, 3 more years, they'll get there. Seems to be on the back burner for now, but hopefully they get to it at some point. Anyways, let me get all the potions we need. Let me move the backpack, move the backpack, move the backpack. Alright, store all. And give us all the good stuff. What do we need? We need Chronopolis potions. We need whatever we're going to be boosting into. which, just to say, it's mine to be too bad. And, I guess Fear Potion. Alright, there we go. So whatever you would need, whatever you're going to be spamming for Chronopolis, probably 5%. Whatever you're boosting into, which we're going to be doing into the Mines of Batubin. And then Fear for the few occasional times that you end up needing it. Let's go get our first investigation. We'll start with Detective Merchant, then we'll move to Leatherworker, then we'll move to a Merchant only. Alright, what do we have? Goose, give me that one. I saw this one seemed pretty decent. Alright, what do we have again? We have blah 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 Freddy. Alright, Goose in 1. And then we gotta go to Sewer. Actually, we got Sewer really early. That's fine. That's one of the reasons we need the 12-minute Fear. Oh, does that actually get max point 1? That's actually pretty good. The only bad step we have is Sewer. The only problem is Sewer is a really bad step. Especially since we don't have any contracts right now. I should probably go get them, actually. Oh, wrong telly. But I need to go get our contracts. Very important. Because if we're going to Sewer, we got to get some value while we go to Sewer. But yeah, we can now have 4 sets of items now instead of 3, which is huge. Since the Fear Potion and the XP pots are now attached to us. So it's basically going to be like a normal merchant run, just with Detective XP on top of it. Alright, good, great, exactly what we want to see. Only 1 though, unfortunately. Not the greatest, but we'll take a couple things. Alright, I guess we'll just walk over there then. So we need to buy bath salt, we need to buy clock. And that's it. I see Vorpal has the same idea. Been waiting for the 5% pots before doing more merchant. On all fairness, probably doing merchant the whole time as well. But now's the time. Merchant has never been stronger, even though it's been buffed like 10 times since launch. Indirectly. This is one of the bigger buffs that it's gotten since launch. Just a flat 5% extra XP across the entire skill. I wish we had a little bit more in corner this time. I also want to go pre-buy like orange and banana or something. Even like pre-buy a clock. I'm not going to go ground juggle though. Oh, which side of sewer did we get? We got southwest sewer. So not the pond. This is the first fear we end up drinking to stream. But I tend to use them quite a bit while doing merchant. I mean, while doing detective. Is there are rooms like this that are combat only? Alright, what do we have for details? We were looking for a random sailor or green trouser. Simple enough. Get ready on the 5% pot. Alright, Randon Sailor Green Trouser. Randon Sailor Green Trouser. Ran in, sailor, green trouser, that'd be you. Easy enough. Alright, what are 2 sets? This one's pretty free. I can do plate while doing this as well. Alright, grab Dusty Corner real quick. I guess we'll turn in plate. And just head straight up into Double Goose. And we still have the 5% boost because we pretty much perpetually have it for anything while doing merchant now, which is huge. Without eating up any inventory space. Yeah, that's everything. What do we have? We have blue ink stained white trouser with Inferno. Blue ink, white trouser, fire. Blue ink, white trouser, fire. Blue ink, white trouser, fire. Keep going to my inventory to find my 5% pot. That's not where it is anymore. Alright, let's do one more investigation. Then we'll do leather worker, then we'll do merchant only. Investment hall, south sewer, sewer. Oh gosh, we got double sewer again. I'll take this one, I think. Let's see if we can get rid of our unicorn dust for some good tasks. Ideally clockwork and 2 things that go in easy. Let me double check which 2 these are. It's been a little while since I've done these. Investment hall and Kynet's hall. Okay, that's fine. If I do Kynet's hall first because it's easier to back out of. And then again, I guess we're just walking to sewer, so it's fine either way. Oh, I don't have a spare bath salt. Taking bath salt doesn't actually help me there. I guess I can kind of do these together. Get rid of dust. We can kind of get a chain reaction going here. Worst comes to worst, we can just walk through it all. So yeah, we'll do the double north and just go straight into sewer, and we still have fear as well. And we still have our 5% boost. The only problem is I'm not sure I'm going to be able to turn in bath salt with the 5%. Like, just 100% will get turned in time. Bath salt's going to be a little sketchier if it makes it in time, though. Gotta walk all the way north in like 20 seconds. I might be able to make it. Gotta remember to buy glasses while we're there. Too bad we didn't buy a second one. Well, second pocket watch instead of double salt. Oh, this is gonna be really tight. I'm gonna try it though. This is not worth doing. There's no way we make it in time. Oh, we actually made it in time. Alright, what am I looking for here? No, not that. I need a set of glasses. Thank you. I will do Kindness Hall first, then we'll do the Vestment Hall, then we'll go do Sewer. And I'll probably just walk to Sewer instead of teleport. And I guess we get to buy the one salt ore over there. Unfortunately, I have no way to get the candle. Oh, this is storeroom, not hall. Hall's over here. Alright, just gotta remember to go buy our salt, and we should be good to go. And after this, we'll go do a leatherworker run. And then we'll do merchant only. And that'll be the last thing that we haven't tested then with the new potion system. But also the one that gains the most benefit from it. Merchant's still gonna be annoying to do though. But at least you get a flat 5% bonus the whole time. Which before you had to juggle for and do a bunch of other annoying things. But now you could do it with no downtime at all. Hey, what side of sewer was this again? Already forgot. Oh, it's southwest, that's fine. The same place we went last time. Potion's still in effect as well. Alright, perfect. See if we can grab a task here real quick. And the problem is I am going to have a spare clockwork here. I'm really hoping it has an objective for it. I might just drop it here and hope it doesn't despawn later. No, we didn't get it. Might get it on the reroll though. No, we still didn't get it. It just does not want me to have it, does it? Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Just gonna drop it here. We're not gonna take that long, right? Start our piles for merchant already. I guess I probably should do one more run so I can go turn in the other thing though. Because I still need a way to turn in soap. Hello MK Jets, welcome, welcome, hope all's been well. Alright, what do we have going on here? We got a blonde here with a sling and a fire aura. Blonde here, sling, fire aura. Blonde here, sling, fire aura. Blonde here, sling, fire aura. That would be you. Yeah, maybe we will sneak in one more, just because I need a route that goes north. And south, ideally, as well. But at bare minimum, north. Oh, these are both kind of annoying. Give me this one. This one doesn't go north, though. This one goes too far north. We'll make it work. So Kynet's Garden. I'm just gonna walk there then. I was gonna walk to all three of these and tell you to gate. So I'm gonna walk to Kynet's Garden, walk to Fortune Hold Farm from Kynet's Garden, and then just telly back. Because that should be able to get all of these in one big sweep turned in. Like every single merchant objective we have right now, and still get the detective thing in as well. And then we'll have a nice clean slate for when we go to merchant only. And we're still boosted from the 5% from earlier. And now we head to Kynet's Garden. On the way, we turn in bath salt. Then on our way to go to Fortune Old Farm, we turn in candle and pick up soap. And then we teleport to Westgate, turn in soap, and finish the investigation. And then we have a nice clean slate going into Leatherworker. And then for when we transition back to Merchant only, and go test that, which will be the final thing we test to stream. But also the biggest beneficiary of Equipable Potion. Truly saving the best for last. How much of it we're going to bother doing is in question, because I got to do like 21 hours of Merchant in the near future. When are we getting around to that? I have no clue. Definitely not today. I need level 269 to be able to get 250 Leatherworker for our eventual 250 all goal. But that is a good 20 hours of Merchant, if not more, depending on how efficient we are at it. And I do want to get it because I have a feeling the 6-star quest for Chronopolis, while not confirmed, is very likely to unlock brick and tiles. And the best brick and tile you can do is 328 brick. I mean, sorry, 328 tile, I mean. Which means before the Chronopolis 6-star quest comes out, I'd kind of want to have 328 Merchant. Which is a lot. That's a solid, like, 80-ish hours of Merchant. Give or take a little bit, depending on efficiency. And now we do Fortune Hold Farm, teleport to Westgate, take Westgate, turn in soap, turn in investigation, and hopefully we can do all that in a minute and 40-something seconds. It's gonna be a tight timer, not sure if we're gonna make it. We're gonna try. Also, we haven't gotten a aura yet. I'm gonna try for it here. There's nowhere we're gonna get it. I only ever got it once doing it this way. No, we didn't get it. Oh, I wish that would have worked. That would have saved so much time on this room. Yeah, at least we didn't get the really far one. I don't think we're gonna make it. 20 seconds does not seem like enough time. If only we didn't use the aura. They'd only wasted like 3 to 5 seconds. That could have helped. Alright, let's see. What do we have? What do we have? We gotta figure this out in like 5 seconds. Sandals, black trouser, male. Sandals, black trouser, male. Sandals, black trouser, male. Sandals, black... No, I got him! A little late, though. No! If only we had the extra 3 seconds. Alright, let's go do Leatherworker now. Just for one inventory. Obviously, it's pretty straightforward how it works. It's just you need one less inventory now. You can do 24 hides instead of 23. But it also makes it convenient to boost other chapters now. For example, if we want to go boost Mines of Batubin 5%, which I think we're going to go use, we could easily do that here. Which is something you would have had to have wasted 2 slots for before instead of 1. And now we're wasting 0 slots instead. Because before to do what we're doing now, you'd have to do 22 only. But right now we could do 24. And just boosting the Mines of Batubin for the double stonemason here. Really solid. So much so I think we get a level. Yeah, 230. Still need 3 more at some point. It's been taking like 2 to 3 months to get those levels, but we will get there. At some point we'll put it in. We need it so we can start making the bolas. But I can't use the material until then. And of course our other 5% is still going. Because this is a different chapter. So we'll do that here and then repot after these go. Perfect. Very nice. And now we wait. I want to do a one inventory here. Obviously, it's generally a really AFK activity. And the 5% mining potion's still going. But yeah, we'll redo the 5% for Chronopolis as soon as we go to the next one. No point in doing it now. Only reason we even still had it going was because of the detective thingy. Normally I would just do it right at the beginning and not bother repotting it. You can technically double pot when you do an inventory of these, but normally just one is fine. Because part of the second one gets wasted if you do. But now that it has no inventory space eaten up, I don't know, maybe it's more worth it now. Because you have slightly more AFK time than you otherwise would have had before. Because before you could only do 22 or 23 hides, but now you can do 24 hides. And still do all the boosting you need the entire time. You could even go 3 boost potions if you really wanted to. Your 5% for Chronopolis. Your boost potion for 1 chapter. And then maybe your boost potion for a 2nd chapter or something. Or you could even put the AFK potion here. If you wanted to break and have like the Leatherworker AFK or something. So you can AFK for a few hours with the 5% Chronopolis potion or something. Quite a few different angles you could do. Hey, that's another factor too. If you ever want to transition to AFK, it's really easy now. As you could use boost potion, other boost potion, and then AFK potion. The only problem with that is combat AFK requires 2 AFK potions, not 1. But if you're AFKing, anything other than combat only requires 1 AFK potion. And then we go test merchant. Oh gosh. I am definitely not in a merchant mood right now. I will do it a little bit though. We're definitely not grinding it for 20 hours though, that's for sure. Though we do need that precious 269. Yeah, that gets us all the way to 260 Leatherworker. Hey, that reminds me, this hide is actually not good to do at this level. I forgot, we already have access to brown now. Unfortunate. So instead of banking this, I might go sell it. I don't know, let me go check how many I have banked. I actually will bank it. I think I have like 10k of these banked. It's actually absurd. And this was only the tier 1 one as well, like the lowest one of post 200. They only get higher from there. But I guess it's because I had a 30 level gap. I guess a lot of the 30 level gap ones you'd get quite a bit of compared to 20 level gap. Interesting, the higher level sheep, the max level sheep also has a 30 level gap. All of them seem to be either 20 or 30 in the higher level range though. Let's see, how many 30 gaps are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Post 200 is only 4 30 gaps, one of which you get immediately. I'm gonna go bank all these and see how many we have. Because honestly, I think it's over 10,000. It's some kind of absurd number. Obviously, we have it for Armor Maker when it comes out in Chapter 5. Chapter 5 seems to be quite a bit of a priority for them at the moment as well. I thought combat rework and stuff like that might be a little bit more of a priority, but based on their current trajectory, Chapter 5 seems like a big priority other than more quests in general. Though Chapter 5 itself also technically having 3 new quests. Main storyline and 2 side quests. Alright, moment of truth. How many do we have banked after doing all of 210 to 240? This is the last time we're ever doing sheep hide. Till we get to 269 merchant. I just need to get to 269 merchant now. Easier said than done. That's a solid 2 to 3 days of nothing but merchant. Alright, what do we have? Wow, that's a lot. We have 9.2k sheep leather. Which means pretty much every time that comes up in the higher levels, we're probably going to get about like 10k of them. Because I did sell some of these. I sold like 5% or something. There's some percent more than 0. Not a lot, but there were a few percent that I did sell. Which means, yeah, that's pretty much a guaranteed 10,000 plus of each one of them. That's a lot. Alright, we saved the best for last. We did every single skill with the new potion system. Let's go to merchant. The one that gets the most benefit from it. The one we've been waiting on before we even train merchant any further. Let's see, did my potions despawn yet? Has it been 10 minutes yet? About to find out. I don't think it has. I think it's been like 8 or 9 minutes. Let's see. Are they still on the ground? No, boo, it's been over 10 minutes. Sad. Let's go do some merchant. Alright, how do you do merchant again? First, I gotta remember how merchant even works. I should probably set up a timer. I'm probably not gonna bother right now, though. Nah, I'm not gonna bother. We're not doing it that long. We'll do a couple trips. I'm not gonna go long enough to get a ground going. I should have taken doll. We could have gotten double doll there. So I prefer a little bit better synergy there, but we can make this work. Yeah, let's just roll with that, I guess. Don't think we need much more beyond that. Orange is kind of in the middle of nowhere, though. Is there anything we could do while going to orange? Not really. It's a bit of a bad setup. You know what? I'm gonna go to outskirts, go get our unicorn. No, I should go there and get orange. It just feels bad going all the way north just for orange. But it does seem like what we're doing. I'm not going to do any pre-buying right now, though, because we're not doing it long enough to justify it. Otherwise, this run, I probably would pre-buy pizza and or stew here. Also, normally I wouldn't go top left just for orange. But we shall. We're definitely skipping dust here. I'm not even sure why I took it since we're not doing ground. Because normally only grab dust if you're getting like 24 of them to put on the ground. But I gotta go relearn how to do merchant only. Because I've been doing so much merchant detective lately. Which plays quite a bit different than merchant only. As far as the routing you need to do. And this is definitely a really inefficient route. Going top left just for orange. Oh yeah, why didn't I grab plate earlier? I could have gotten it for free on this cycle. Actually, I guess I wouldn't have had enough inventory. Maybe that's why I didn't grab it. Because otherwise we would have over-encumbered. It wouldn't have been that big a deal. I just had to go out of my way to go turn the plates first. Before I bought burger. Oh yeah, now we can start using the equivalent potion part of this. Oh, why did it freeze? That was weird. But, of course, normally we would not have any potion on this. But we can now do this. Oh, I did it early, though. And now we have potion boost for everything. Just a flat 5% extra XP across the board. Really, really solid. I think I gotta do some more merchant in the future. But as a later issue. As I did not plan to power grind it right now. But everything is in place for us to do it, so no excuse for delaying it anymore. Because the feature that I was waiting on already came out today. I just really do not feel like doing merchant today. When I'm in the mood for it, we will. Maybe this weekend. If I'm feeling in a merchant mood, maybe all day Saturday, Sunday, we do like literally merchant only all weekend. I try to secure 269 merchant, so we can get 269, 260 leatherworker. which can fund all the tools that we need in the near future, as well as bank like 8 or 9 key hides or so, however many it would be. That's the game plan. Alright, we turn both of these in, teleport back, and get a new set. Alright, maybe we'll go for 1 level. We'll see. That way we only have to do 20 later. I want to get it down to a manageable number that if we do power grind it this weekend, we can actually realistically do it. Ooh. Really solid top left run. Oh, I still have dust, don't I? Alright, so we do meat, so we can go to Doll so that we can... Oh, but how do I get carrots there, though? Carrots would have to be next cycle. But yeah, then Stew's also going to be awkward, because how do we grab Stew for going down south first? It's just not going to work out. I'm also turning in Doll without actually buying anything there. Though I do need to go top left anyways for the other stuff. But yeah, I don't think we get Stew this cycle. But I'm not sure how we're going to have to do this. I might have to start having inventory as one of them or something. Because we're having an issue where we need 5 tabs but can only have 4 open at a time. That was my only big concern with equipable potion, and it did come true. For one, we can equip a bit less than I thought, but that's fine. But the bigger issue is you now need 5 tabs open instead of 4. Which is slightly problematic, as you can only have 4 open at the moment. Because you can't replace chat with a 5th tab. If they ever coded it that way, that'd be great. But currently chat cannot be replaced with another tab. It can only be chat. Come on, do you not sell carrots? Come on, give me some carrots. Carrots are so out of route here. Oh, no, I don't want to sell you curry. I wish I could. We don't have it on us, though. Wait till next route. We'll get it there eventually for you. But yeah, having a flat 5% is so nice now. Like, obviously you still have the bit of delay from drinking the potion. Still so worth it, though, compared to juggling it and everything else. Or getting up an entire slot from your inventory. You know what, I'm just gonna telly over. I'm not gonna grab stew yet. Oh yeah, I probably should have grabbed tomato in case we got synergy on it. Because we're gonna need to go there anyways for stew. And of course, whenever we need a boost for a different chapter like Minds of Batubin, we can simply just drink the potion and be good to go. Probably want to wait for a double though. Up another stew, another gold watch, another carrot, oddly enough. Alright, problems. Let me teleport to west. What order are we doing this in? I think I already messed up. The problem is these carrots are kind of in the way now. Am I coming here just for steak? This isn't even worth it. Because then we need to get double stew so we can go top left. I guess we're just setting up for next cycle on top left then. I just tele from carrot then. Not the greatest run. But it is set up for a really nice next run. But yeah, I need to practice merchant a bit more. I need to get the rust off. I've been doing so much detective merchant and this plays way differently to detective merchant. Even though it's still the same skill. But all the routes are way different. You gotta basically like relearn the entirety of merchant again. Oh, whoops. I thought it was this guy. It's the other guy. Hello, Tyrion. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Oh, yeah. Are we doing the Pokemon thing this weekend? What day do you want to do it? Let me know. I'm free whenever. What night is the anniversary for Gems of War tomorrow night? I'll be doing Dragon Wilds throughout the day. We'll do like a 10+ hour stream or something of Dragon Wilds. I want to go finish the whole game in one go. At least what's currently in the game. It's in early access right now. But yeah, I'll be doing Dragon Wilds throughout the day, and then later in the day we'll be doing Gems of War then. But yeah, Gems of War stream will be at normal 8 PM Eastern Standard Time. Dragon Wilds will just be starting in the morning and going pretty much all day until we finish it. I want to pretty much one and done this stream. Do like one big 10 to like 11 hour stream, just finish the whole game. Or at least what's currently there. I'll still be keeping an eye on it throughout early access, but as far as streaming it publicly, there'll be probably just one stream until they add a lot more content to it. Alright, banana's actually really nice. I gotta go over there anyways. Is there any other synergy we got? I guess I'll just wait and take a little water break. You'll be out of town that day? Oh no! It's a mixed attacker, so you and Izzy stagger your Umbreons. Yeah, I can end up doing that. Like reflect with whatever it's called. But I'll try checking it off stream to see what I might need. And just build something for it for us then. Oh, another curry. Oh, I could get another orange though. How much inventory do we have? We can hold 4 items luckily. Unfortunately, one of them is off route, so I actually can't take Clockwork. It pains me so much to not take Clockwork. It pains me so much. But it actually doesn't fit with this route, unfortunately. Because all these are center turning. These 2 are top left, and then everything else is center into bottom. And the Clockwork thingy, the other one is not center or bottom, it's top. So as painful as it is to not take like the second best task in the game, yeah, we gotta not take it. Unfortunately. And a few circumstances where we just drop it. Oh, you said wife will be out of town. Oh, okay. I thought you said you will be out of town. I read that wrong. Yeah, we should be able to turn in everything with this 5% potion. Turn in banana, turn in clockwork, double turn in orange, tully back. Should be a pretty clean run. We're getting close to our level. Then we just got to get 20 more later. Which might be something we grind out this weekend then. Since we finally have the potion buff. I just really got to get in the mood to go do merchant. But if we can get it cleared out this weekend, that'd be perfect. Because then we don't need to worry about merchant for a very, very, very long time. Pretty much until they add brick and tile venture. Which they might do with the 6-star quest, but it hasn't been confirmed if they are or aren't. But assumably the 6-star quest they're working on for Chronopolis will activate brick and tile. Especially if they're prioritizing Chapter 5 right now. As they would likely want to have the quest out before Chapter 5 comes out. So there's like a 90-95% chance the 6-star quest for Chronopolis is brick and tile quest. Not confirmed, but absurdly likely. As it's likely to be about a month or two right before Chapter 5 gets released. So that you can still start earning some of it before the chapter. But for that, we need way higher merchant than what we have. Like another 80 levels. Whereas our current goal only needs like 21 more levels. I will go, I guess, just for now until we get double meter. Which is pretty much just run right here. Just so that we can use the other potion of the potion storage. Because, of course, now we can wield all three of these while taking up 0 inventory, which is nice. Before, it would take up a whole set of items. Alright, we'll wait for the double here. We have 2 center turn-in that is pretty free. I could technically do that while we're waiting. Even pick up pizza if we wanted to on the route. I'll get this in case we get synergy. Probably won't, though. It's better to have it, just in case. Because if we're turning in pizza, we get free rhubarb on the way. These 2 we could drop, but they're pretty easy. Just run through center turn-in. Which you can also need to do while doing pizza anyways. Could also drop rhubarb and just get a full center run. That's sure looking like a full center run to me. Only problem is I don't have one other item, so I can just keep the rhubarb there for now, I guess. But yeah, this is a center sweep. The Kevin reference? No, I don't know what the Kevin reference is. I never get any reference. Like 95% of references I will generally not get. I am not cultured. I don't know, there's so many references and like celebrities that people know. It's like, how do you keep knowledge of all this stuff? Like, I'm not even sure if I can name 5 celebrities off the top of my head. And there's some people that know, like, everything about, like, everyone, somehow. Because I never bother keeping up with anything like that. Or movie references or anything like that. Like, a movie could list off, like, 20, like, mega stars. And I might know, like, 1 person from the whole list. I forgot to grab my ribs. I'll go get them. A little bit of backtracking. I meant to do that while we were, before I bought the thingies, the cups. Oh, whoops. So why do I feel like I'm forgetting a number, an item? No, I'm not. I just gotta remember to buy, pizza while we're here. Speaking of which, this is something I haven't had for a while. Good old pizza. Not that many good pizza places by me is the problem. We're in a pizza desert. There's basically no good pizza around here. And the few that are just so expensive. Like, there's not good cheap pizza around. Nice, we're up at 40 gold. We'll be burning through that really quick though. I'll probably be using it on net and sickle soon, as far as our skilling grinds. Net I need immediately, and I need 15 levels on it. Actually, both of them I need 15 levels on. And in sickle I need a 248 gatherer. And they're likely to be our next big gold investments for tools. Alright, rhubarb, we already have synergy on you. Stew, I don't think I'm going to go out of my way for, so just give me orange. Everything else I can't turn in though. I don't know, do I go out of my way just to grab one stew? Seems like a waste. But it's not going to stop me from doing it. I could even go a wide route and grab a wine, I guess. Because we got to go over there anyways to go turn in rhubarb. So the only thing we really got to go out of our way for is to go get curry. That is fine, because we still have room for double rhubarb then. We'll have exact inventory for it. We do have to go quite far just to turn in one curry. Probably not even worth it, but we'll go for it. It's probably the last run we go for now as well. Because I think we got to explore pretty much everything that the new potion system could do. Overall, great update. One of the best they've had since launch. The only update I would say that's been better is queuable action with the new respawn system. This is basically the second best update they've done since launch, and the one I've been waiting for so long. But now we can finally start doing some of our grinds more efficiently. Not need to worry about potion juggling ever again. And while you don't get to equip infinite potions, 3 potion slots is still pretty solid. Though this is definitely a super mandatory quest now that you'd want to do on every account. For 46 alchemy, 43 forager. Super, 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 super vital quest. Alright, let's go turn everything. Actually, I got a double pot here because we got to go use the Mines of Bitumen boost. Probably put it into Stonemason. Still trying to get 233 so we can re-unlock the skill. Oh, come on. I click drink. Put that into Stonemason. Drink to 5%. Put that into Stonemason again. Grab an orange. I turn in pizza as well. Almost forgot about that. Now we grab the orange. Then we double turn in rhubarb. We grab the wine. We turn in the orange. We turn in the wine. Boom. And that'll be all of our merchant for today. Almost a level. Not quite. But yeah, this weekend I think we're going to aim to do 20 levels for merchant. And try doing a 10-10. I'll be so burnt out of merchant after that, but we don't have to do it again until the 6-star Chronopolis quest then. We're probably going to need it for brick and tile. The worst comes to worst, I can still do the brick venture. I just won't be able to do the tile venture without getting my merchant up. These brick venture, we actually get a few levels. We'll have it by Saturday if we do that this Saturday, Sunday. As long as I don't get busy this weekend, I think I'm going to do it. Just to finally get it done. For our 50 all grind. It's just nice to have out of the way. But yeah, 253 we get brick whenever it does get released. But perfect tile is the main one we really want to see. The biggest issue though is we don't really know what the difference of brick and tiles are for Chapter 5. Like what are you going to use bricks for, what are you going to use tiles for. So we don't know if one's of higher priority than the other. All we know is the bigger number, the more XP we get. But the actual usefulness of the material is still unknown. Oh, so we do have some brick and tiles, by the way. Actually, let me go turn this in before I go do that. But, okay, we're definitely not going to make it in time for the other thing. But yeah, this is currently our stack of brick and tile. These are from all the chests while we were doing a little bit of detective, but mostly doing AFK raid dens. This is all the brick and tile we've gotten so far. This is from AF King, the bone right thing from our first time bonus and the few that I did at lower level range. But, yeah, here are our bricks. We have every single brick in the game. 38 of the lowest tier, 3, 1, 2. And then the other one, which tier am I missing? I'm missing like the 3rd tier or something. I got 2 perfect ones, 12 of the lowest one. It seems to give you them way less often, apparently, compared to brick. So it definitely seems like tiles are going to probably be more important. Plus they're a higher level one as well in the skill menu. Where the perfect tiles all the way at 328, but perfect brick's only at 253. Even if you check it at like the lower range. Perfect brick is like 10, 20 levels lower? Like the first perfect brick's at 43. I mean, the first brick is at 43. Whereas the first tile isn't until 21 levels higher. So assumably brick is more important than tile. But yeah, they also drop less frequent here. That's our current stash. Not a lot. They're really hard to get in the current state of game, since they're only a random drop from chests. But once the 6-star quest comes out for Chronopolis, I assume you'll be able to brick and tile finally. It's one of those things where it hasn't been confirmed, but similar to potion storage, like it's like almost guaranteed to happen. But that's almost guaranteed what the reward for 6-star Chronopolis is, or at least one of them. Who knows, maybe in a new venture slot, that'd be nice. But anyways, guys, I guess we can go try the new AFK potion out. Now that we have a couple of potions, there's one last thing to test it for. Let me go get all my potions equipped. And what we can end up doing it for is a Chef AFK run. So whenever I want to transition between Chef and AFK, I'm going to go get the mining boost potion that we need. And then we're going to go get the 5% Chronopolis potion. That way we can transition from doing AFK Chef runs and just checking bounties, as well as being boosted while doing the mining AFK activity. Yeah, let me go do that right now. When's our venture? 12 hours? I'm not going to do it for that long. I guess I'll still equip them all, though. It's fine if we waste a little bit of them. It's not that big a deal. What am I looking for? So I'm looking for active AFK for Chapter 1. The second potion is mostly just our boost potion, so that can stay as is. Oh, you can deposit them directly from here. I didn't realize that. That's cool. Oh, you can do it from this menu, though. That does break the menu, apparently. This does not break your menu, though. Interesting. And then we make the other thing AFK potion, which is something we haven't actually tried yet. But, yeah, we should grab, like, a billion of these. And then move it to our potion belt. And now we can go over there. We're pretty much good to go. Let me just grab our 24 of our supply that we need. Which is nice, because now we can actually grab 24 of this. Before, we'd only be able to grab, like, 23, 22. And now we can grab a full inventory. There's all that small little extra things that you can do now with it. It's really nice. It all adds up. We tested most of the core ones today. But there are, of course, even more methods that you could do that we didn't show. If you do it for, like, every individual skilling activity. But let's go check our bounties. Now let's go test the very last one. Doing an AFK potion on an activity. Anything good here? Hooked hand. Barracks only needing one's pretty free. Alright, and now let's go to mining AFK. And now we can do it straight off our belt. So this means you can AFK for a whole additional hour now if you want to. Not that we're going to be doing it for 23 hours. Because I got to be back for our venture in 13 hours. What time is that anyways? It's like right early in the morning. Because I woke up really early this morning. I'll be waking up pretty early tomorrow morning too. And now whenever we want to go check over to the chef bounties, we can. If we want to transition over to something in this chapter, like some mining or smithing or something, we can. And then you can AFK potion for pretty much forever now. It doesn't even take up an inventory space. Of course, you're still limited by how many you can gather. So for this activity, you're still limited by 23 hours. Whereas before, you would have been limited by 22 hours, as one inventory would have been taken up by the XP pot. Whereas now it's not. But yeah, now you get 23-hour AFK instead of 24. And the cap for anything's still 24. Even if it doesn't take up any inventory space, it doesn't let you do it for longer than 24. But it does mean gathering stuff you can do for 24 now, whereas before you could only do it for 23. Like if we were doing the mining AFK, you can now do it for 24 hours. Whereas before your XP pot would make it so you can only do it for 23 hours. Alright, what are we doing? Yeah, grabbing these. And now you can just click the 23 and you're good to go. And then just remember to drink this. And I assume it will auto repot correctly from here. There's one thing they didn't add though. That's a weird animation. But it felt like the animation was slightly broken compared to before. But yeah, assumably these should auto pot from here. Though there's one thing that wasn't added today that I was kind of hoping they would when they add equipable potion. There's no auto repotting for every other potion. There's not like an auto redrink or something. So that's something maybe they'll add in the future. I was hoping that they would add it today. But yeah, the only one that currently works is AFK potions are the only ones that auto repot. Like they auto gets repotted every hour. But the other potions do not. Maybe they're planning on some kind of new potion in the future or something else. But yeah, they didn't add it today. Oh yeah, Mr. Bean, he should be or Red Bean should be getting max today. He's only like 9 or 8 levels to go. Let's see, can I refresh? Yeah, he's only 9 levels to go. We've seen him here like every single day we ever touch this place. But yeah, he's almost done. What does he have left? That's the last one he's finishing. He has 1 smithing level and 8 mining levels. So assumably he's doing tier 6 of the green ore right now. And just mining it and then smithing it. That's what I plan to do once we have 294. But not all the way to 500 immediately, but you know what I mean. Oh, he is using 5% pots, nice. But yeah, he's almost there. 1 smithing level that he's doing now, and then he just needs 8 mining level, and he'll probably just drop it all to the ground or something. Either with blast mining or with normal mining on Adathril, or whatever that green thing is called. But yeah, I'll probably have it either today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow. Which will be the last category other than total level that hasn't been maxed yet. But every single category, there's at least 1 person who has taken it, with the only exception being total level and Mines of Matubin. He'll be the first person to do Mines of Matubin, and obviously no one is even remotely close to doing total level. Closest person is whoever this anonymous person is at 6,000. Second closest being Vorpal. And Mousy S has been like me, they've been playing quite a bit less recently. But it'll probably regrind a little bit once more content comes to the game. But anyways, guys, we'll be wrapping it here for now. Tomorrow is the 9-year anniversary of the channel, and we'll be doing Dragon Wilds most of the day for the first time ever, as well as 9-year anniversary stream just later that night as well for the main game we've been playing for the full 9 years, Gems of War. Beyond that, next Brighter Shore stream, assuming I'm free and feel like doing it, I think Saturday and Sunday we're just going to get the merchant grind done. The final thing I've been waiting on before I finally go do it is in the game, Equipable Potion. And I think this weekend we go and clear out 269 merchant. Or at least put a good attempt towards it. So that'll be the game plan then. Is, yeah, try to finish that with the Equipable Potion update. And have it so we can go get Leatherworker, go get our money from it. And then all of these will be at 250, so we don't need to worry about Chronopolis for our 250 all goal. And yeah, we're still working on it. Slowly but surely, we will get 250 all and then keep moving from there. And see how useful that will be once they add raids and stuff. I assume just having 200s will be more than enough for raids, but you know, I still want to have a little bit extra whenever they eventually add it in like a year from now at this rate. Who knows? Maybe it'll come in eventually. Because at this point, it took them like, what, 5 months for the first piece of new content? Because today was technically the first piece of new content that has ever been added to the game. Obviously, there has been other content that, you know, has been like somewhat new, but not like new like this. I don't know, it's hard to really quantify what could count as that. It's definitely my second favorite update since launch. The first one being, of course, queuable action plus the respawn system. I would say this is probably my second favorite update since launch, so hopefully they'll do a lot more like these. Hopefully it'll have a lot more good quest rewards like these, since they seem to be pretty heavily prioritizing quest rewards. Obviously, some of the more useful ones would be unlocking the locked ventures, getting things like the brick and tile from Chronopolis, stuff like that. But I'm curious to see what the first 6-star quest is going to be. The first 6-star quest is coming for Hopeport. It'll be a 6-star for Hopeport. There is currently 0 6-star quests in the game. It'll be the very first one of its kind, so we'll see exactly how that will pan out, what the requirements are like, stuff like that. I assume somewhere's around 80s. Like, as long as you have, like, base 80 all in Hopeport, you'll probably be fine. Might need to go a little bit higher than that, maybe a little bit lower. We don't really know. But, yeah, if you want to be prioritizing something, if you are lower stats, Hopeport's the main thing. As the next quest that seems like is coming out is Hopeport related. We actually saw that on the news thing earlier. Let's see. If we go over here, does it still show it if I go to news? Let me see. Discussions, news. If we go over here, discussions, news, not today's update, the weekly update thingy. But the one that is getting the most amount of work is the other Hopeport quest right now. It could be weeks before they get it in, but the 6-star, the first 6-star quest ever, is the next big reward that they're going to be adding to the game. Either that or the 2-star one for Hope Forest, one of those two. But it is a chance that they'll do a back-to-back Hopeport. So one of those two is definitely coming next. Either the 2-star for Hope Forest, which is, I don't really expect much from that. But the one I do hope is something pretty decent. Maybe even the Teleport Stone for Chapter 1 finally. The second one is going to be the 6-star from Chapter 1. So that'd probably be the main stats to prioritize. Because this probably only needs like 25 and like 2 skills, if even that, for Hope Forest. One of them is probably Gatherer. So if you haven't gotten like 25 Gatherer yet, might be worth getting. As there's currently no Gather requirement quest, and that could be the first one. But Hopeport is the main one. Like base 80 Hopeport seems to be the next big quest. What the reward is, we don't know. Because they added Equipable Potion, which means that's not Equipable Potion. The only biggest thing we know that's missing from Chapter 1 is a second Hopeport Tele. It is the only chapter in the game that doesn't have a second teleport. So I'd assume that is the reward, though it has not been confirmed. But it just seems a little bit weird. That's the only it's the only area in the game that doesn't have a second one, which just seems really strange. So might be the one that finally ends up giving it. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Also, thank you, Tyrion. Yeah, we'll do it on Saturday then. Sounds great. We'll do it Saturday night then, or sometime during the day. Depends if we're doing the merchant grind. I do want to try to do the merchant grind. It really depends if I'm in the mood to go do it though, because 20 hours of merchant is so long. I might end up burning out on it, but I don't know. We'll see. I really need to get the grind done, so I'd rather get it all done at once. So hopefully I can get it done. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful week, wonderful upcoming week, and hope you all had a wonderful holiday. And I will catch you guys soon. Best of luck with the new mechanic. And hopefully more content in the near future so we can go mess around with all that. Plus, I still need to go grind this on the 2 old accounts. It's going to take forever. They currently need like 23 levels in both foraging and alchemy. And that's all post 20 levels too, so it's going to take much longer compared to all the pre-20 levels. But they'll get there at some point as well and go do the quest. Anyways, guys, catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. And goodbye, everyone.